wasn't you.
Yeah, you act like I'm not okay with that.
Huh?
You act like I'm not okay with that.
What, getting disorganized?
No, having somebody organize for me. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So I need 3/4 inch things. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I am going to spend my. I'm going to do this thing tomorrow. And I'm going to spend my life getting organized. From this point out.
Yeah. It might be something that you got to do on like your work from home days and really have a light day at work.
I know, but that's just it. I don't have light days at work. And like, when I'm working from home, I'm trying to get shit done. And then sometimes it's my fault because when I'm working from home, I zone out
Right.
because I'm home. So, hi everybody. This is Kenny Walker from Thoughts from the Lair, and we're going to start momentarily. We are getting ourselves set up here right now. We're waiting for our studio guest to come. And please do us a favor. And if you're listening, we're live now. If you're listening in, please feel free to comment. Let us know what you think. Ask questions of our artist when they get here. And all that kind of fun stuff. We're going to have some fun with our podcast. My co-host will be here momentarily. She is getting herself, as if she needed to get herself looking any prettier. She's trying to make herself look nicer. She's a very pretty young lady, and she doesn't need to do what she's doing right now, but she's going to do it anyway. I don't understand.
I'm trying to get some footage, before everyone gets here.
Oh, that's what you're doing? Have that bag right there, please. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, she's trying to get other footage. She's trying to get other footage. I don't understand that. But she's doing that, and we're going to get other footage together. And if you have any comments, we're going to start. Thoughts for the Lair. What we do with Thoughts for the Lair is we pretty much interview local artists in the South Jersey area. And when we interview the local artists in the South Jersey area, and that's what we do. And we ask them questions not only testing one, testing two, testing one, testing two. Okay, both our mic are live. Oh yeah, I want to try something else out. We'll be here. We'll be back. I had to start the live because I started it at
You started started it already on the like when you said.
Yeah, on the thing I scheduled it for 8 o'clock.
Yeah. No, I saw that. So I had to like make the link. I put the link in my bio. So I did I tried to use that.
Okay. You don't have headphones again. I know what I gotta do to make sure you have headphones next time.
Okay, no worries. It's all good. Probably messing my hair anyway.
And then we'll get very candid and personal with you. I had an upset stomach all for the last couple of days.
Right, you were saying that.
And then I got up at like 2 o'clock, went to this one more people know that from here.
Yeah.
Went to did everything I had to do, talked to my sister about the piece, went to Best Buy. And before I left, I ate 2 pieces of pork chop. First time I ate today.
Yeah.
2 pieces of pork chop and a big potato.
Right.
And it must have went right through me because I had to go right to the bathroom. So I kind of blew up.
At the Best Buy?
I kind of blew up at the Best Buy.
No, that sucks.
No, it doesn't. I'd rather blow up the Best Buy than blow up this bathroom.
Okay. Oh, so this happened today?
Yeah. On the way here.
Damn.
I had to stop at Best Buy to see if they had the piece and talk to the Geek Squad. And then on the way, the lady was helping me. She was talking to me like, yeah, I use that.
I know it. Like mid-conversation, like, lady, I know you're saying something, but I'm gonna need you to
When
wait.
they ordered the piece, I'm like, she goes, only $15. I'm not worried about that.
Oh my
I got it.
god. That is so funny.
And I blew it.
Oh,
I
man.
have friends who don't like me to go to the bathroom in the house.
Oh, because that's what you do?
Because I will blow it up.
OMG, do you think if someone was upset or was just a food you ate?
I don't. You know what? I'm starting to think, I gotta call Kirsten. I gotta text Kirsten. I'm starting to think that it is something I ate.
Okay.
Because Friday night, I ate that food at the, whatchamacallit. And Imani, the girl who performed, she said she ate something bad. She must have ate something bad because she had it. She was going to read poetry Friday night.
Yeah.
And she was going to do the second round. And she goes, I got shit. She pulled me aside and goes, I really got shit. And I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, I must have ate something or something, whatever. And then she had to leave and shit.
Shit. What's that?
She had no, she literally, she's like a young, cute, 24-year-old girl, and she was confident, she was comfortable enough with me to say,
I got to go. Wow.
I can't read the second round. And I talked to her to read the second round, and she read the second round and left that quick. Because she had to go, and I totally understood.
What Was it seafood? What was there?
There was seafood there. I had collard greens. I had collard greens and sweet potatoes from them.
Okay, that's it. No meat, no seafood, no nothing.
No, I had collard greens and sweet potatoes from them. And I don't know. I'm thinking, I didn't, you know what? What's my phone at?
Damn, it might have been the size.
It might have been the size. Then I had to get a new Instagram because I got a new phone Friday, and my Instagram got deleted. It didn't get deleted. I couldn't get on my Instagram.
You couldn't figure out your login?
I couldn't figure out, like, it was telling me like to get an authorization code for my old, and so I just started a new one.
And your old number?
Yeah, and I was doing what they told me to do, and I couldn't figure it out. Do you know your way around Instagram?
I mean, for the most part, I know their authorization can be annoying, but
I've been dealing with.
You don't have it with your email too?
Yeah, I was doing the authorization thing, and it took me 3 days to do it, and it kept telling me it doesn't work, and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, you know what? I give up.
What?
I give up.
That happened to me before, but that was some years ago. I mean,
I gave up.
But I eventually got in though. It did take me some time. I had to keep trying. What I had to do was I had to end up going on my computer and logging in, like doing whatever authorization stuff via the computer. Because I think the app was getting confused being on the phone, like it was thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to just, and then you know what also helps? Going in incognito mode. Because then you don't have all the cache from the cache and the cookies and stuff.
I don't know what incognito mode on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
And you can do it on your computer too. Like you just, when you go up to those 3 dots up at the top, and you can go and find like settings and like bookmarks and stuff. You would just, on there it says go into incognito mode. But I'll show you on your phone. But man, that sucks. I was wondering why I saw you, like, I was like, it's the same name, but you added me. And I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, it says Mr. in front of it.
Okay.
It says
gotcha.
Mr. Kitty Walker.
Damn, but that's
And it says Mr. Kitty Walker, yeah. You know, I don't know, Fine Honey to be trying to reach out to me on Instagram.
Yeah, what you gonna do now? You can't slide up in your DMs.
You can't slide up in my DMs. No.
What the heck?
No.
You know what? We gotta figure that out.
You know, I don't know.
You know, that's not okay. That's not okay. I got your back, man. We gotta make sure they can slide up in the DMs.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them not sliding either. Now, let me ask you a woman's advice. I was on a Facebook dating app.
Okay, I've tried that before.
And huh?
No, I've tried the Facebook one before, but go ahead, I'm listening.
I tried it and I got off of it.
That's what I did. I was like, oh my God, this is overwhelming.
And well, my problem was, if I liked a woman, they didn't like me back.
Aww.
If they liked me, I really wasn't into them.
Aww.
So I was having a hard time finding a match.
I got you. That made sense.
And then most of the women I liked didn't like me.
Oh,
I don't know what I was doing wrong with my profile or whatever.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's what it is.
So what do you mean they didn't like you from your bio? Or
I guess they didn't like me from my bio, my looks,
Oh.
or whatever. So I got back on it, right? And here's my question. 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, I went to a shitty dentist.
Okay. Sucks.
I went to a shitty dentist.
I understand. My mom's a hygienist and shitty dentist. You need this.
Who did not tell me everything I needed to know.
Oh my God.
And took out my front tooth because it was really, really loose and it needed to come out. but didn't tell me anything about cost and what it would take to replace it. So I've been 3 years with this tooth missing. So now I gotta get the money together to get my tooth fixed.
So your insurance?
My insurance still covers it, but it's still high and expensive.
Right.
So my thing is, if I'm on a dating app, and I don't smile for pics at all. In the last 3 years, I've not smiled for. If you notice any picture you take with me, I'm always doing like this.
Okay.
I'm never doing this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm never doing that.
Right.
So my question is, and I was very self-conscious about my tooth when it first came out.
Right.
Like I was so self-conscious. My friends were just like, Kenny, it's okay.
Yeah, like it's normal. Right. Yeah, that's nice that your friends were there for you.
My coworkers and my friends, they were like, and even my friends, my coworker's husband, who at first we didn't get along at all, but now we get along decent. Because I went, he used to be my manager, and then I wound up working with her, and we became really good friends. I got invited to the wedding. I'm like, you sure your husband wants me there? Because we don't get along.
Right.
And he's like, no, he's cool with you, this, that, and the other. And even he came over to my desk one time. He was talking to me about something. And and I was talking to him.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him like this, because this is when my tooth first came out. I was talking to him like this.
Oh.
Like I was covering my mouth when I was talking.
Right.
I was looking away. He goes, Kenny, stop covering your mouth. It's okay.
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Thank God for people like that.
And so I was very self-conscious about my tooth. I still am.
Right.
So if you ever notice, like the pictures, do you ever see me take pictures with you? And I'm always doing.
Right. Or you got like a little
yeah.
picture where you kind of like slightly.
Yeah. You never see my teeth.
I got you.
So now that I'm on this, and this is the question. Now we're live too, and people can hear me talking. Well, nobody's on there now.
Okay.
So, but now that I'm on this dating app, is it? And I show pictures of myself on the dating app.
Yeah.
Should I smile?
Okay.
Or because all my pictures that I took, because I'm gonna show you all the pictures that I took on this dating app. All the pictures I took on this dating app. Somebody else likes me.
See?
No, I don't see. She's not my type.
Why, Kenny? What's wrong with her, Kenny?
It's just, well, number one, she's an Eagles fan. Number one, she's an Eagles fan. Number two.
Guess you got to know what you like.
I don't. Something about her look. I'm not into. I can't do it.
Hey, I mean, you got to know what you like. I understand.
Yeah, I know what I like. But my profile, see all my pictures. See, I'm not really smiling. I'm smiling, but it's not like you don't see teeth.
Got you. So what's your question?
Should I do a profile where you actually see teeth?
Like give pictures with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see, like, if it's something that you feel comfortable doing, I don't see why not. Because it's like at this point.
This is a side picture.
Yeah. That's a nice pic.
This one.
Did you post that one up?
Yeah, that one I put on there.
Okay.
Let me see what I put up there. All the pictures I put up there, I'm not smiling.
Right.
They're good pictures. I'm just not smiling.
Right. I don't see anything wrong with it. Who's the girl, Christian, who got the missing tooth and she's embracing it? She's a young girl too. She's real pretty. And she got the missing tooth right there. She'd be like, listen, I love the way I look. And you know what I mean? She's happy with it. So like, if you are confident, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And if you can take some pics that make you feel good, post some things. It's nothing wrong with being authentic. We all have flaws.
I know. I'm confident. semi-confident. Maybe I'm not as confident as I thought I was.
See,
those are good pictures I got.
Yeah.
Profile. See?
Yep.
That one. That one.
Yep.
This one right here.
Oh, see, look, you got a smile.
My tooth is missing there. Yeah. I am smiling.
That's a good pick.
That one. I actually look muscular there.
That's a good pick. These are all solid picks.
Yeah, so
I think, and it's not like you're catfishing. I mean, you are, so you could be doing like weird stuff. So, hey, man, to you. Embrace it. Embrace all your everything. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I don't know where our guests are.
Did you text them?
Yeah, well, Ovid texted me the address, and I gave me the address. So.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Did you want to go get your Zinfandel?
Do we have any sweet wine back there?
We just have the Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay. Oh.
Which one?
None. It's all right. We live right now, so I'll tell you later. Why is it not letting me? Okay. Oh my God. All right. Let me try this way. That's actually cute.
Yeah, so we are waiting for our guests to come in. We have two guests that were supposed to be coming. I don't know if they. I don't know if they are. I don't know what's going on. The artist did reach out to me and said they were on their way. So yeah, one did tell me they were on their way, and I haven't heard from them. So, oh, here's Alicia, Exhibit A. Our guest didn't show up. Ovid texted me about the address, and I told it to him, and I sent him a flyer, and Radiance didn't show up. So waiting for our guest.
It's so good to see you always.
To support as always.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes.
But we have no viewers and we have no guests.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about something anyway.
That's all right.
And say somebody comes in. we're going to talk about some stuff anyway in case somebody comes in, because I got some things I want to talk about. Yeah, we're live right now. So don't say anything you don't want out on the street. We were just talking to, yeah, we were talking to about, I was asking Asia some female advice.
Okay.
And my advice was, I was talking to a friend
You're
of mine.
asking or telling?
I was asking for advice.
Okay.
And what had happened was, I recently decided to go back on the dating app.
Okay.
And I'm putting this on for everybody here. I recently decided to go back on the dating app. And
Was that a sound effect?
no, that was somebody sending me in text.
Oh, I'm like, that's kind of cool.
And
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, well, the dating app.
hold on a second.
Gotcha. No problem. I'm totally
Anyway, so go back on the dating app. And while I'm on the dating app, okay, that was you there. Okay, you got me on the new one. Okay, so while I'm on a dating app,
Yeah.
if you notice, whenever I take a picture with you, I don't smile.
You try.
Huh?
You try.
No, I don't. I don't show teeth because I'm missing my front tooth.
Okay.
Now, on a dating app, should I show a picture with me missing my front tooth?
Ah, I see.
Because there are some women who go on a dating app and say, you know, if your teeth aren't right, I don't want to mess with you.
No, that's real. You know.
That's
what I
real,
mean?
yeah.
Because you feel.
And I have a missing tooth because I had a bad dentist,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to a bad place to get my tooth extracted, and there was no like post care or anything talked about with me. They just pulled that sucker out,
Wow.
and that was it. They didn't tell me anything about what I could do or nothing. And I asked about it first, and they just pulled it out, and it left me high and dry. So it's been a couple of years, and I've had some financial difficulties getting a new tooth because I'm the guy where I'm as vain as I might be because I feel kind of subconscious. I'm the guy where if there's something else I need more, like if my missing tooth is not killing me,
Mm-hmm.
and if I
Yeah.
can put my money on something else, I will.
Right.
Like if my kids need something, my grandkids need something, if I need to pay off something,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's more important to me putting like $300-400 on different dental work at a time.
Right.
No, I get it.
So-
And dental work can get
Expensive.
pricey.
Yeah, that's very expensive. And then I got grandkids, and my girls are teenagers. They're old enough, but there's still things I want to do for them, and that I do for them. And there's
Right.
things I want to get myself, because I want to get, my thing is, instead of having roommates, I want to get my own place.
Mhm.
And that's kind of more important to me, getting my teeth fixed.
Right, absolutely.
So,
I think what can be said for that though is also like while you're prioritizing, that's what it sounds like. You're prioritizing.
yeah,
And your family's a little more important than
just don't date.
your looks in
Yeah.
some ways because it's cosmetic, right? You're saying it's not
Yeah. I'm still like, this is all still good.
right.
I'm still good looking.
Right.
And so right,
And I'm witty and funny, and I'm very like sociable.
yeah.
So it's, I'm a good catch, technically.
I mean, we have to talk about once again being positive when we're speaking about ourselves.
I'm speaking positive about myself. I'm a good catch.
I love the way she
Yeah, no, today we are. I definitely can give you today. I can give you today. However, helpful.
However.
But deep down, she loves me.
I
I'm
do.
just saying.
Oh my gosh, I love Kenny to death, and that's why I say what I say.
I
Also,
love that. What's up?
while you have great priorities, you have to keep yourself, self-care. I literally just wrote this in a birthday card.
Mm.
Self-care is an action of keeping yourself in a state of healing to liking you. Continuous healing in liking you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's just continually leveling up. So yes, you being not a roommate is definitely a level up, especially for that catch you were talking about.
Yeah.
However, what if you get the tooth and you're like feeling yourself?
Yeah.
And then you're going out, and then that person's just like, I don't even care that you got somebody at the house coming home with you.
Yeah. Right. It's priorities for other people too, right?
Period.
It's like, what's their priority? If their priority is to be like, you know what, I'm liking the way you look right now, I don't care about that, then you might be winning. But if it's vice versa, then you don't want to mess with that person. You want to keep it pushing till you find the person that works for you where you're at in this point in time.
You know what? I feel that. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna take a picture and put on my dating app.
Yes.
One of my pictures with the missing tooth.
Nice.
I think that if you're smiling, your genuine smile.
That's what I was saying.
It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Genuine happiness always looks good.
Truly.
It really does. I mean, it doesn't matter. Honestly, to me, it don't matter what you look like. If you can show genuine joy on your face,
right,
that stuff be looking, you be wanting to be a part of it.
Period.
Can I get in his life? He looks happy.
He is happy.
He don't give a darn. He's confident.
Now, let's talk about, because on a dating app, this is one thing I don't like and I see. And I see women, and they always say they're fun and they love to laugh.
Yeah.
But they have the meanest hook profile on it.
Their profile picture.
They're just serious and mean looking, but they say, "Oh, I love to laugh," and I love, but they look so they're looking like the one. They look so mean.
What if they don't have a nice smile?
Yeah, but
what if
I
they
don't
have
have a nice
too?
easy smile, right. But I'm still like.
Yeah, some people really don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Will stop the smile that they have to.
Yeah, to be the serious face because that's what they like.
Yeah, no, I don't. You got the serious face, and then there's the women who write way too much.
They have a lot to say.
They have too much to say.
They have a lot to say.
Too much to say.
And that's why their face looks like that.
Yeah, they got to miss me if you got this, and miss me if you got that, and I love to laugh and joke and have a good time. But miss me if you do this and that and this and that. And well, I'm gonna miss you altogether. I'm good. Yeah.
The bio makes a difference, though.
One lady said, must have your passport and something else and be mature.
Chase here.
You must have your passport. I don't want to go nowhere that I need a passport. I'm not leaving the country right now. Nobody outside of America likes Americans. I'm staying right the fuck here.
Yeah.
I'm staying right the fuck here.
I mean, you can feel that way.
So then you don't want to mess with the women who want to travel. There's men. Yeah. I mean, there's women right now who want men who want to travel. So then you stay away from them. It's nothing wrong with, everybody to each his own.
You never know if people might have been, what are they called? Stewardess in their past life, and they've traveled the world and they're just ready to travel America or stay in one spot.
True that. I just want a woman that I can laugh, and because you know me, I like to laugh. Yes. I like to joke. I like to have fun. I like to do things. I just want a woman that likes to joke and have fun, but doesn't take herself that seriously where,
Yeah. I got you.
I'm not that guy that's gonna, I don't know. I'm a weird cat.
Everybody's different.
I'm a very weird cat, and that's a very so.
It's all good.
Let's do this here.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna see. Does this work here? Yes, this works just like this. Okay. All right. So,
You
so
know,
I
I
got I
should
got to
notice
fix this
that. Until you
right.
guys started coming in, it
Hi,
was pretty
we
cool.
are live from the Lair Gallery. Everything didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out, but
Mhm.
we're going to continue on, and I'm looking for something to set my phone up on so we can show it. And I don't know if that's it doesn't have any weight to it. Or get the other box because it has the light in it. That might have weight to it. And I'm going to go live on Instagram. No, okay. I'm going live on Instagram. No, that's not working. Hang on a second.
Did you want to give the peoples a call, or are you just going? How we gonna do this?
Let me see how. Oh, that doesn't work. That just shows. That doesn't work at all. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's better. Here you go. There you go. Sit there. Yeah, right, just like that. There you go. That's better.
Can you see you?
I can see
I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay. So,
It's not better.
and that's better. That's
Well, because it felt
okay.
wow. There we go.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Checking connection. Okay.
Not
Oh, I wasn't live before. Now I'm live.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay.
So sorry.
Okay. All right. So we are live from the Lair Gallery. Our podcast, Thoughts from the Lair, is happening right now. And our guest didn't come, but we're talking about dating and Alicia Exhibit A is here with us also. We're talking about dating and the dating world and how rough it is to date right now. Do you think it's rough to date?
I do.
Do you think it's rough to date?
It can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you have to learn how to navigate the process for yourself. I think every dating experience is going to be different, and what you're supposed to get out of dating may be different than what I'm supposed to get out of dating. And your journey may be different than mine, like for whatever reason. And I think it's good for people to just like tune into themselves. Like, what's my dating journey going to be for me? And like defining that for yourself. It doesn't have to look like other people's, you know.
Now, what's the hardest part about dating? You.
I mean, I think the hardest part is just like the grasping of the other person. Like, you know, you're trying to figure out like, okay,
Who are they?
yeah, like what do I and how do I operate? Like, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to do too much, and now you're being vulnerable with someone who doesn't really respect that or reciprocate that. But then at the same time, you don't want to like pull back too much where you're not able to receive the love that you deserve. So I think it's a really weird dance of like trying to figure out where do you fit for yourself and for that other person, but not losing yourself in that process.
What's the hardest part about you for dating?
Communication.
Yeah.
Because I have a different way of expressing myself at times, and also can absolve situations that don't have anything to do with me, just so we can move forward. Tend to be an over-helper sometimes. So I think that my personality and also my genuine desire to help can sometimes be a window for, I don't have to necessarily say this, I'm just going to go do this, and hopefully this will get across what I was trying to say. But it doesn't always come out that way, and sometimes I can feel that I'm being taken advantage of, or that I'm not being understood because I'm not being vocal enough for them to sit there and understand what I'm trying to say, you know, or I'm not able to learn them enough to be able to get their level or language right, so that they can understand me and be able to help me help them, or whatever the case may be. Maybe just talk about something that we weren't able to talk about before. So I say communication, especially now, is difficult for people to do in general. So being in a relationship and working through other relationships is very difficult. People have a different level. I have a different level of talking to each one of you, than maybe Liz or my clients. So
communication. Now, what is your perfect date, Asia?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't make a perfect date. I think dates can vary on the person. You create unique combinations with everybody you meet. So for me to say a perfect date would be ridiculous, because a man could walk in here right now and think of something amazing, and I'm like, oh snap, that sounds perfect. You know what I mean? But that's something I could only experience with him. And then somebody else, the same thing could occur. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't give a perfect date. I can't do that. I think you're supposed to experience people, experience life. Don't dwindle it down to perfect. That's so small.
If you would have asked me that question when I was in my 20s, perfect date would have ended in like sex or a blowjob.
Oh wow,
that's a perfect date. Wow. But I'm mature now.
And it's just a blowjob.
No, it's not. Actually, no. It's not.
That was a genuine laugh.
It's not. No, it's not. You know what? You know what? I actually, be honest with you, in a relationship, sex is like not the last thing on my mind, but not the most important thing on my mind. Because I'm in my 50s. I'm at an age where you want somebody who's going to be able to grow old with you, and you want somebody to communicate with you. Like we all know I'm a comic book geek. I'm a nerd. Yeah. I want a woman that we could sit home
and talk about comics.
No, not talk about comics.
Okay.
Even if she's not in the comics like I am, but we could sit home and Jeopardy could be on the TV, and we're sitting back on the couch, and she's watching Jeopardy or doing whatever she's doing, and I'm sitting with her, reading a comic book, chilling, and she's okay with that.
Gotcha.
Because and and that's a good time to me. Yeah. Like if she understands me and we're chilling and we're cool and we can talk and communicate, and you're okay with my my geekisms, my quirks, yes, my nerdiness. Like I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend. A friend of mine called me up, and we've known each other since college, and we're very good friends. But when I first met her in college, I thought she was like beautiful. Yeah. And we went out on one date. And we've been friends ever since. And we went out on one date, and it didn't end well because I took her back to my house. And I lived with my parents at the time. My parents were out at the theater. I didn't know what time they were coming back, but it was kind of early. I didn't think they would be back. And honest to God, I won't laugh. I took it back because we were at dinner, and I was telling about my comic book collection. And I made this big box with my grandfather to hold 1,400 comic books.
Wow. That's
I was telling her about it. She goes, I want to see this box. So, honest to God, I took her back to my house to show her my box of comic books. And I had all the posters on the wall and everything like that. And she saw the comic books, and I was shy back in those days. Believe it or not. Some people don't believe I was shy. I was shy. And I'm still kind of shy. Like I know if I like a woman, a lot of times if we're alone, there's a lot of times I will not make the first move to try to kiss her. Because I'm nervous. Okay. And I'm just like, I don't know if she likes me like that, because I can never tell. I need like somebody on my shoulder to say, Kenny, that's a hint. She likes you. Like, you got to do something. Yeah. Anyway, we were leaving my room because it was in my bedroom. We were leaving my bedroom, and I was walking down the stairs. Now, in my parents' house, my parents' old house. The stairs is right at the front door when as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
I was walking downstairs and she said, "Walk." I said, "Go ahead ahead of me. I gotta fix my belt." But no, I mean, she just picked. I never touched the belt.
Yeah.
Like she had her pants on the whole time, so she had to fix her belt. I'm walking down. She's like 3 steps behind, 3, 4 steps behind me. She fixes her belt, and just as she's walking behind me, fixing her belt, my parents walk in.
Oh, so they looking at it like something happened.
I was at the time I was like maybe 18, 19.
Ooh.
So she's fixing her belt. They walk in behind me, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, Mom, Dad. How you doing? This is such and such. This is my mom and dad. Look, I'm going to take her home." So I go to take her home, and we're driving home. She's like, "This is the way to my house." I'm like, "Yeah, we're taking a long way because by the time I get back home, I want them to be asleep."
I don't want to explain anything.
I don't want to explain anything what happened.
Tomorrow.
I got home, they were asleep. The next morning, my dad comes in, tries to wake me up, and I'm like acting like I'm too asleep to get up. And what I should have did was go there, and I should have like left early in the morning to go to school. Anyway, I go to school. My mom and dad was at work. My sister at the time, this is a very important story. My sister at the time was in California visiting my uncle. I left. I went to school. I came back like about 12 or 1. And when I came back, we're talking about dating here on Thoughts from the Lair. We're waiting for our guests to show up. When I came back home. It was about in the afternoon. My mom and dad knew my schedule, knew when I came back home. And they're like, my mom calls, phone rings. My mom goes, "Hello?" I go, "Hey, Mom." I go, "Oh, here's our first guest, Ovid the Poet.
Hey.
We're going to talk to him in a minute, but I'm going to finish the story." So my mom goes, "Did your dad call you?" No, first my mom goes, "Is there any mail?" And I go, "No, there's no mail." And she goes, "Did your dad call you?" I go, "No, I just got home." "Okay." Click. She hangs up on me.
Oh, man.
A minute later, my dad calls. "Hey, man. Hey, Dad. Is there any mail?" Mail was big at my house. "Is there any mail?" "No, there's no mail." Then he goes, and I go, "Dad, honestly, I was just showing her my comic book collection." He's cracking, he's laughing. He's like, "Your mom's pretty upset." And I'm like, "Dad, nothing happened. I was just showing her my comic book collection." He goes, "All right, well, don't do that. Don't let that happen no more." I was like, "Dad, so we get off the phone with him." And mind you, my sister's visiting my uncle in California, 3,000 miles away. Hour later, my sister calls. "Hey, yo, Kathy, what's going on? Hey, did I get any mail?" Mail was very big in my family.
Right.
No, you didn't get any mail. So it's quiet on the phone for a minute. "Shut up. You got girls in your room now." Damn. I was like, "You $3,000 later."
That's how it go with siblings.
Anyway, me and that friend were having a conversation this weekend. And I said, she's single now too. She's divorced, single now too. And I said, "Well, because still deep down, I have a small crush on her still, and she can get it anytime she wants."
This is an announcement.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, I was talking to her this weekend, and we were like, I said, "Well, we're going to wind up. Look, we're going to be lonely old people in our 70s. We're going to wind up together anyway." And she's like, "No, we won't." I said, "Why?" She says, "Because as everybody knows, I have like superhero sheets."
Yeah.
She's like, yes, "I'm not sleeping." She goes, "I'm not sleeping on Batman sheets." And I said, "Yeah," but she goes, "And I'm not sleeping on Black Panther sheets." I didn't tell her about my Spider-Man sheets, so that might change it.
I'm going to guess that 3 out of 3 is probably a no.
It's a no. It's a hard no.
I said, "Can I at least have a Spider-Man pillow?"
No.
I need to have a Batman pillow.
Can you have a man cave?
And she said, no, I can't have a Batman pillow either.
Can you have a man cave?
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
I probably
right, like,
well, you know, if I get a house with a woman and I want a man cave, make daddy a sandwich.
See, and
I'm gonna get a man cave.
Again, I'm not going.
What? Make daddy a sandwich?
I'm not a guest. I'm not a guest today.
What? But you're still talking. Make daddy look.
yeah,
If your
stop
man
listening.
look, if your man wants a man cave, Ovid, help me out. If your man wants a man cave, you let him have a man cave. Yeah.
We never said anything was wrong with the man cave.
Right.
It was her idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To remove the sheet issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a man cave. Yeah. Then I'll be sleeping in a man cave most of the time.
And see, what I was about to say was, this is about dating, right? What are your thoughts about whether you're actually living together or not, like having separate living quarters?
Mm-hmm.
No, we can live together. I'm never getting married again.
No, and I mean
like y'all have the same, y'all live in the same house, but y'all got separate bedrooms.
right, or separate beds, like literally you.
No, what is this? What is this, Dick Van Dyke show?
Yeah.
No. We sleep in the same. I like to cuddle at night. We sleep in the same bed.
What if she snores?
I snore.
Okay, and what if she can't take that?
They get some like plugs in your ear or something. I don't know.
She's doing plugs. You have Black Panther sheets and make that a sandwich.
Okay, so why don't you move a little closer to me?
All right, we all set now?
We're all set now. Why don't you, is this spice? Yeah, this is spice. Take it out. Why don't you move closer to me? What are you doing? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so Alicia, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
Could you find out if there's a sweet wine in there that I can have some of? Because I'm kind of trapped behind here.
All right.
Because there's no Zinfandel. We drank the
There's not.
Zinfandel last time. So tomorrow I'm at to buy Zinfandel.
It's cold in here. I don't know why I'm like.
It's not cold. It's nice in here to me. But you know what? I think I'm having issues because I've been hot and cold all day. So if you're on my Instagram, we are on YouTube. What is that?
I'm not sure if you might want these. I have this rosé wine and then this mango hearts seltzer.
I'm trying to actual wine.
Would you like a glass?
Yeah, please. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, so we
We're all set.
you woke up already. Thank you very much. I so appreciate you.
I feel like I'm
Alicia,
shivering.
You are the bomb diggity.
Got your roll there.
I don't know what this is.
So
We're gonna drink it. We're gonna try it out, and
maybe it's because
drink,
by the window.
eat, and have a good time.
I'm getting a draft.
Oh yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Oh, that's nasty.
Dang.
It's not sweet enough. I want a sweet one. I like a sweet. I like sweet drinks. I'm a sweet wine guy. That's why I like the different thing.
Yeah, it's not. No, very close to nothing in there for you.
Yeah, I know. Well, for tomorrow night, because we're doing a Valentine's Day thing here tomorrow night. It's a paint and sip and love song. So we're gonna set up karaoke so people can sing love songs, and that's gonna be kind of fun. Are you coming tomorrow night?
I'm gonna try to come
You
tomorrow.
want to
night.
sing some love songs? Can you sing?
No.
Everybody can sing.
Everybody can sing.
It's
I
all-
can't.
It's all art.
Watch it here. I believe the children are our future.
I'm not chiming in at all.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
I barely be doing my Team Marie piece. Like I barely be doing that, and that took courage.
I do it. I've been here before. I've been here before.
And that's why he made up that part of the day, because you're just gonna be headlining.
Facts.
So if you're on my new Instagram, if you go to Words Out Productions on YouTube, you will find our thoughts from the Lair being broadcast now. But we are going to continue our broadcast because it'll be on YouTube and it'll be on for future, and we're gonna repost this later. But right now we have a very talented artist in the room that I asked to come through. Hold on a second, make sure I have my sound effects right. Y'all can't hear the sound effects, but I can hear the sound effects because they're in here. I need to get a same that subject to everything. Anyway, in the room is a very talented artist that I have much respect for. Let's bring Ovid the Poet to the podcast. Come on up here and have a seat here.
This music, my little stool.
Yeah, that's your spot.
Nice.
That's your spot. That's your spot.
We out here.
We are kind of crammed in, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that in the future. That's okay.
What up,
Ovid-
West Jersey?
Ovid,
Yo.
how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. I cannot complain. Yo, you just get headphones? We don't get headphones also?
You don't get headphones.
Nah.
You don't get headphones.
Nice.
You don't get headphones. I get headphones in my own separate mic. You don't get headphones.
Now, this was this time. Normally, what I do is have somebody introduce me properly. That was all right. I'm not gonna grade you on that because you wasn't preemptive. But normally, I get a proper introduction.
You didn't write anything up for me. I would have gave you.
I did. I had sent it to your
You
crew.
sent it to me?
I sent it to your crew.
You know what? I've been having trouble.
I had my
phone.
people send it to your people.
Okay, because I've been having trouble with my phone all weekend.
Same.
And this is a brand new phone.
You don't want to see my phone.
Yeah, this is a brand new phone. I had to yell at Verizon and curse a couple people out, and they upgraded my phone for free.
Did they really?
That's dope.
That's what's up.
I had Android
What was
21.
wrong with it? Because I need to
I
say
had
that was my
21,
problem.
and they gave me a 22,
Okay.
and it kept my 21 just kept going black.
21. That's the year.
No, that's
Yeah,
The number of the phone.
the number of the phone. The Galaxy 21.
I have an
You
iPhone.
had to be in
I
the
don't
back
have-
like
I
that.
Nah, I could dig it.
So now 22 is the news.
It sounds like a
22
car. Like
The 23 is coming out later on this year.
We haven't got the new
23.
year.
Oh my God.
Facts.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but y'all is too much. And then she over here.
I'm like, you got a 21. What's that? A 6-cylinder?
We done had this conversation on Kenny's phone, and we just don't want to have. We're not gonna do this, okay? We're not gonna do this. Leave us alone.
Hey, this is a nice space. I like this. I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice. Yes.
Yeah, this is nice. Very artsy.
Yes, we have.
Explain what your stuff. This is your Let him know what you got going on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Lair. This is the Lair. We're at 916 White Horse Pike, and my name is Exhibit A. This
Okay.
is my side of the Lair. This is
Okay.
my artwork. I'm also a licensed clinical social worker. I do creative arts therapy here
Peace.
in South Jersey. Indeed.
Peace.
And on the opposite end, we have one of our resident artists, Rae.dianz, who is out of Philadelphia. Her
dope.
line is called Rhapsody by Rae. We also
I see.
have a few
Actually, about right.
artists that have some pieces in the back, myself included, things that people can purchase outside of the art that is all available on the walls. T-shirts, some local artistry creatives, that like to put their stuff out. We have so many spaces here for people to just be able to do their thing, outside of the art on the walls. We have art through the speakers by doing the karaoke, the open mics, and all the other things.
And tomorrow we will be doing a little karaoke and paint and sip for Valentine's Day.
Me gusta.
So that would be nice. We're gonna do that
Sí,
here.
no, me gusta.
And then on the 19th, the evening of the 19th, we will be doing an open mic here.
The 19th
Open mics.
of
Sunday.
February?
Yeah, Sunday the 19th. We'll be doing an open mic here. We do open mic twice a month here.
I might be in DR. My birthday that week.
Oh
Hey
yeah,
man, it's your
Facts.
birthday.
Dominican Republic you going to?
I'm gonna go to DR. Yeah, it's for my
Yeah.
family.
I like people say DR
Fair enough.
and
That's So.
But you trying to go-
Peace.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Happy
thank you.
early birthday.
Ooh.
Your birthday?
It's gonna be my birthday on the 23rd. I'm not.
Hey,
Yeah.
23 on the 23.
Nah, I'm not gonna be 23 on the 23rd.
No.
But
Just manifest
223 on the 23rd. Oh,
23.
Yeah, you're
On the
23.
always. It's always my Jordan year. 23 on the 23rd.
Yes.
Facts. But yeah, my birthday on the 23rd. So
Okay,
I
happy
might be in
birthday,
DR.
happy birthday.
Yes.
Facts.
Ovid,
Oh,
tell us about what you do.
you gotta be more specific. I do a lot.
I know you do a lot. I want to hear about all of it.
Can you
All
tell
right.
us about your hoodie right there?
Yeah.
Does that tell us a little bit about you?
Oh yeah, we can start. We can
Mhm.
talk about this hoodie.
Yes.
Yes.
Township.
Yes. You're from Township? Oh, say word.
What's that?
Well, I'm really into like heraldry and public administration.
Let's go.
Like I'm the type of person like I'm always looking at maps and the bridge. I like to know what bridge this is.
Mm.
What body of water am I crossing? What mountains are these? I took a drive to Tennessee a couple weeks ago, and before I took the drive, I looked up all the towns I'd be driving through, looked up the history of the towns, looked up the history of the
That's
town.
cool.
So like I stood in Sevierville and I looked up why is it called Sevierville. I'm into that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So
Let's
when
go.
No, that's dope.
I moved from New York to New Jersey, I started doing the research on the town that I'm in and and you know what I'm saying where I'm at. Whoa. Like for instance, do you know who collects the money when you cross a bridge? Do you know who the bridge belongs to? Like let's say the Burlington-Bristol Bridge.
Right.
Do you know who the Burlington-Bristol Bridge belongs to?
I
Burlington.
don't think that it's Burlington. No, I think it's Bristol.
It's Bristol.
Yeah.
Do you know how you could tell who the bridge belongs to?
Who
Oh.
The
paid?
agreement between the bridge and the land that it's on, the
Mhm.
people that own it, they go to the other party and say, you collect the tolls
Mhm.
and we get the tax off the tolls.
Right.
Right.
So the bridge is on both of our land. When people cross the bridge, they pay you. We
Right.
get a little tax off that, but it's our bridge. We determine what happens.
What goes on?
I'm into that
Who's
kind
the
of
Ben
stuff.
Franklin?
Philadelphia.
And they own the Walt Whitman too.
You got to pay to go into Philadelphia. So New Jersey keeps that money. Philadelphia
So New
taxes
Jersey
it.
owns the Walt Whitman,
Correct.
and Philadelphia and Pennsylvania owns the Ben Franklin.
No, New Jersey does not own the Walt Whitman. New Jersey doesn't own any bridges, not
We
the
don't
George
have
Washington. Nah, everybody
Really?
came to New
Because
Jersey.
because when you go over, because the toll is on the Jersey side in Ben Franklin,
Two goals.
but the toll is on the Philly side.
For the
and
Walt
Walt
Whitman?
Whitman, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, then that's ours, yes. And then, like,
Yeah.
oh, that's y'all's. Oh, it's ours. I kind of got drafted. Well, but the shirt came from when you coming over the Burlington-Bristol
Yeah.
Bridge. This is a sign there on the side of the road. It says, welcome to Burlington City, capital of West Jersey.
Now you're about to say West Jersey.
Yes, I didn't
Okay,
say
West
it.
Jersey.
It
Okay,
says
West
it right
Jersey.
there. This is
Okay.
I didn't create
So-
this. This is a sign.
So who? Okay, until I ran into you
This is
and
a sign.
Dynasty.
Thank you for this.
Until I ran into you and Dynasty, I've never heard of West Jersey.
And you know what?
And I lived in Jersey since I was 10 years old.
That baffled me because it made me feel like, yo, I've only lived in this area since 2013. Now it's 23. That's 10 years. You're telling me in 10 years, crossed a bridge and looked up at a sign that's been there since 1677?
I've never, yeah.
You've been here for all these years. That sign's been there. It says since 1677.
And all of us were still thinking that Burlington collected it, you know. So I think that that's fair. Like we just keep on driving. We gotta pay the toll. Nobody's
Yeah.
looking. This is the freeway.
No, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
I never heard.
Freeway.
I never heard of the term West Jersey.
Yes.
Right, but if you had history on Jersey in general, maybe also, or just seeing that sign going over Burlington Bridge.
And that's where that I
It's
did
very
the
large. It
it,
is very large.
It's a little large.
like when you go to DR, it's split up in zones. There's north, there's south, and then there's east. There is no West DR. You'd be in Haiti. Now, of course, they could have centralized the map elsewhere and made it so that they cut it so that there was a West DR before you reach Haiti. That's just not how they did it. The administration said that's Haiti, and we just got a north, south, or east. When you go to Virginia, there's a Virginia, and then there's a West Virginia. You don't call Virginia East Virginia.
Right.
It's just how they structured it. Now, there is the east side of Virginia,
Right.
certainly, and you could call that East Virginia. But on the map, it doesn't say East Virginia.
Right.
So you dig what I'm saying? So when they drew up New Jersey, when they put New Jersey together, it was initially two separate jerseys named after an island in Britain, Jersey Islands. And so there was a West Jersey and an East Jersey. Then eventually they put them together to make the great state of New Jersey.
Wow.
So now if you live in the southern part of New Jersey, you're in South Jersey.
Yeah.
But that's just not the way the map isn't
That
laid
is
out.
Jersey.
Yeah.
North south is laid out east west because the mountains cut it all like that.
Yeah.
So technically, we should be split on east and west, not
Technically.
south.
Yeah, not south and north and
That's
south.
crazy.
Technically.
Yes.
We're so used to split
Technically.
things north and south, North Carolina, South Carolina, things like that. Now, let me ask you about your art.
Hit me.
Ovid he calls himself Ovid the Poet. He's a very good rapper. Okay, I don't know. Somebody's messaging me right in the middle of the podcast. He's a very good rapper, and you also play guitar.
I do play guitar.
I should have told you to bring your guitar today.
I thought to, but I'm like, I don't know how that's going to transfer to.
I don't care.
We are
so-
I should have not.
Yeah.
It's a
Our-
very like
our
intimate
Our
environment.
platform is so
I should have.
loose. Our platform is loose. Is anything goes.
I thought to. I didn't. I thought to though.
Is anything goes.
I should have. All right.
Okay.
I'm the
Asia,
next
do you
one.
have any questions for us?
I do.
Okay.
You was just
Hit me.
running them out.
I was just
so
running
I
out.
was
running
like,
out. Asia usually asks the question.
No, that's what's up. I'm here.
So I'm gonna shut up.
no, you good. I like the way you started it because you started talking about the shirt and everything. So I did
Word.
want to talk about
Shout out to West Jersey. Ooh.
exactly. I love that. So you let me know that you founded an historical society
Yes.
called Peacekeepers of West Jersey.
Yes.
So like I don't know, like I know there was a black owned golf course in
Okay.
Sicklerville, New Jersey. It since has gotten closed down,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's got closed down.
But it was real black history. And
Yes.
unfortunately, the parties involved, I don't know what happened, but it wasn't, deemed a historical site. So it ended up getting torn down. So I just want to know, as a young guy in Jersey and just doing what you're doing, like, why was that so important to you? And how were you able to like start that initiative? And what advice do you have for others who, like you said, there's history everywhere. You just got to get up and look.
Facts. That's interesting that you say that it wasn't deemed a historical society. Oh, I mean, a historical site.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a
golf-
black-owned golf
It's in
course.
Golf
Sicklerville.
course.
Yeah, right on Sicklerville Road.
Yeah.
My grandfather and my aunt used to golf there.
How long was it there for?
Oh my God, years.
Years.
What's years?
And my closed down maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago closed down.
When I moved to New Jersey, I see, like I said, when I'm maneuver, I'm looking at signs. I hardly ever use GPS because I just know. I'm saying, yo, I'm heading east. If I travel this way long enough, I'll reach the main road. So, when I moved out here, I started seeing a sign that I've never seen before, and the sign said historical. Now entering historical Burlington.
Yeah.
Now entering I've never seen that. There is no historical signs in New York City. There's no historical
really?
Bronx.
Really?
No.
Right.
I would think
I've
like
never
in
seen it.
Harlem,
At least
and we're having a Harlem
Yeah.
Renaissance in Harlem. There'll be historical land.
So the reason, do you know why historic Mount Holly is historic Mount Holly or historic Burlington is historic Burlington? You know the reason?
No, why?
Taxes.
Because these edifices, these buildings are the exact same buildings from when the town was originally built in the 1777 and 1677.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
if
New
that-
York would have the same thing, though, wouldn't it?
Hell nah. And Harlem was built in the 40s.
Right.
The Bronx was built in the 70s.
I get
The
what you're
Bronx
saying.
get its name from the people that owned the land. Like Manhattan is Manhattan, Brooklyn is Brooklyn, but the Bronx is the Bronx. That's because that was a family that owned the land, not Bronx with an X, BRONCKS. And when people would visit this family, they're going to see the Bronx. So you dig what I'm
I didn't know
saying?
that. Ovid is coming. Ovid is dropping
Years old.
much knowledge tonight here.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
into.
It's
Like I said,
dropping much
public
knowledge
administration.
tonight, man. I appreciate that.
So going back to your question, that could have been why they didn't get that. It depends on how old it was. If that golf course was there since the beginning of that time,
No, it wasn't.
oh, that's probably why
Yeah.
they curved.
I think it came about in the 60s, maybe.
Are you talking about the one that's off of the highway?
Sicklerville Road.
It's
right on
also, it's kind of hard for you to. It's on. It's It's
It's got like
cricket.
where it was. It's got like bushes and things.
Yeah,
in front
you
of it now.
wouldn't
Right, and
know.
the big barge.
Yeah.
There used to be, yeah. And I remember my
Yep.
grandfather telling me he was involved with it.
Yeah.
My grandfather was involved. He said because they used to go, and my great aunt used to go golfing there, and my grandfather used to go golfing there. And he took me golfing. I think that was where he took me golfing one time when I was a kid and I had really bad hay fever, so I was sick for the rest of the weekend.
That sucks.
But I've never golfed in my life.
Up until that point, or you still haven't?
I still have never. I was just sat in the car that day when I went with my grandfather.
Not even mini golf?
I've never golfed. I've mini golfed.
Oh yes, no, of course.
That's why I used to take my dates back in the 20s, back in my 20s.
Yes.
Taking a mini golf because that was cheap.
Did you just say you were in your 20s, in the 20s?
Even though not in the 20s, but when I was in my 20s, when I was in my 20s,
My math started mathing.
when I was in my 20s, back in the 80s and early 90s,
We're in the
I used to
20s.
take women to go miniature golfing.
Yes, of
I
course.
found cheap ways of dating. We were talking about dating earlier on the show.
Yeah.
I found cheap ways of dating back when I was in my 20s.
That's what's up.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
Dating
you gotta-
doesn't have to
you
be
know,
expensive.
Right.
You gotta find a
It
woman.
does
Like,
not.
Nah,
back then, you just
it's
had to
about
find-
the quality time. Like
Good.
a person wants to feel as if though they are having a moment like isolated from the rest of the moments.
Yeah.
So yes, you could spend X amount of bread and do this because you want to be surrounded by Swarovski crystals,
Yeah.
or you could just walk through the park. And it's
Yeah.
really that simple. Now,
Yeah.
if you're a cool person and you can hold a conversation, no one's gonna have a problem with walking through the park with you. But if you're a dry person, someone might need a bottle of Chardonnay and a
Yeah.
T-bone steak, and
Well,
you might
back
have
in-
to
back
come out
in
of
those
pocket
days-
$200.
Yeah.
Back in those
That is
days, it was
true.
all
But
about
if you
finding.
swaggy, you could
Back in
Yeah.
those days,
anything, you could do anything.
it was all about. Back in those days, it was all about finding a woman that was okay with Mad Dog 2020.
Beg pardon?
Look, you be listening. Look, I be.
It was all about finding a woman that was okay with Mad Dog 2020.
I'm not sure what that is. Is that like a club?
No, Mad Dog.
I love that.
It's like a cheap wine,
It's malt.
Facts. I'm glad
Malt
you
liquor.
don't know
Oh,
what
malt
that
liquor.
is.
cheap malt liquor. Mad Dog
40s
2020.
is the malt liquor I'm
Yeah.
familiar with.
That was a Mad Dog 2020, man.
Oh, it's like
Mad Dog
flavored.
2020.
Okay.
Mad Dog 2020, man.
I can see-
$3. So
That's not Four Loko, is it?
it's not for
It's not Four Loko.
but it was like the Four Loko of that time.
Of that time.
Yeah. We've had a conversation
Okay.
about this before. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why I'm out of it at this
Okay.
point. Yeah, they had this whole explanation. I thought it was for loco too, and then
Yeah.
So go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go
Go
continue.
ahead. The next question.
Nah, so I wanted to ask about your chess stuff since we talked about the historical
Oh,
society.
yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Figured it was a good segue. You know what I mean? I know you said you hosted a chess tournament. Is that something that you keep up with? Like you have it monthly? Like is it something you can share with other people so they know when it be going down? What's up?
The chess thing stemmed from the historical society,
Mm-hmm.
and the historical society stemmed from, like, I guess for lack of better terms, if you gotta put a title on it, you would call an individual like this a socialite, you know, a person who's networking.
Okay.
I
dig that.
I know like different people that play chess. So every once in a while, a person that hit me up to play chess on any given day.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I know like 10, 15 people that play chess. And throughout the year, maybe one of them hit me up every here and there again.
Mm-hmm.
One particular day, I don't remember if it was the weather, maybe the Eagles must have been on fire that weekend.
Right.
I don't
It was
know.
a lot.
But I got a call from my mans, and he was with like 2 other people, and he wanted to play chess. And then later on that day, I got a call from someone else, and he was with like 2 other people. And then a third person hit me up the same day. So in my head, I did that math, and I'm like, that's 10 people.
Synchronicities. Everything's
10
lining
people
up.
hit me up to play chess today.
Yes.
Today. That's something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
So where it started off as, okay, we're hosting community events. Now this is, you know how on your resume, what you may be like, all right, look, I worked at a Wawa, and what did I do? I pumped gas at the Wawa. Is that what it says on my resume, that I pumped gas? No, I'm a petroleum distribution engineer.
Facts.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
I am handling harsh, hazardous chemicals.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying?
Protecting you.
Feel me?
Period.
Peace. So it started off as, yo, we're throwing parties, but then it became, these are community events. And then it became, well, you know what? We're preserving history because we're doing something that's not being done. We're the curriculum of chess. There used to be a curriculum in school. People used to play chess. Alexander the Great would sit down and play chess with Aristotle. This was something that higher echelon people would indoctrinate their children with. Absolutely. It was removed from the school system. And we was like, you know what? Let's put it back in the school system. So where it started off as something like a party or a community event, it became something bigger. So it went from, yo, we're just people doing something to we're a historical society where our prerogative is for people to know the history. Look, I'm wearing this sweater because you may have never heard of West Jersey. You may have never known that it was split east and west. This is the history. We're preserving it. You may not know anything about chess. It used to be important. This is the history. We're preserving it.
Absolutely.
And that's where that came about. So we went out, and by me, I mean people around me, me and my organization, we went out and legitimized it. We got an LLC. We applied for a non-for-profit organization. We started receiving donations. So the chess tournament was just the peak of a season. It built up for a year. We started the chess club at my family's restaurant in Willingboro.
That's dope.
And we did a chess club, and people used to come out every Sunday. As a matter of fact, the Burlington Times came through and interviewed us because it was like the angle was like a Dominican restaurant hosting chess. It was like, you don't put those two things together. So other than that, I don't know if the newspaper would have cared enough to come interview people playing chess. People play chess all over the place. By the grace of God, I'm just the right person in the right time with the right message. You dig what I'm saying? So they came through and interviewed us. And that was, you know what I'm saying, throughout the months of last year. And so when this year came around, I'm like, all right, well, I knew this in August that I was going to do something in January, because that's how you got to think. You got to think like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew in August I was going to do a chess tournament for Martin Luther King's weekend because people are going to be off that Monday. I was planning that in August.
That was smart.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we planned, and we executed it. Everybody that signed up participated, and some people after they lost left, but for the most part, people stood to the end. The two finalists that played for the championship bread, mind you, they put up bread to play, and the second place player, so either one of them, they both won because the second place player, they got the bread back that they invested. And in the first place, they won, the grand pot. After they played and they got paid, they're still sitting at the table. They ran it back for another $100, like 3 times.
What?
We was there playing chess till like 1 a.m. We started at 1 in the afternoon.
I love that.
They started getting spicy. You would think we was at a boxing match. They talking crazy. They talking crazy.
Now when y'all do the chess,
you get a space game. They talking crazy.
You do the chess, you do the whole thing where you had a little timer there.
Yes. Clock.
Oh, I love that.
Pocket,
yes, we
pocket.
had.
Like you don't sit there all day and like, where should I move next?
No, sir. We had eight uniform clocks, 8 uniform boards.
So you're somebody who doesn't play chess all the time. Like I know how to play, I don't play all the time. I'm not the one to do this. Boom, boom.
Well, here's what I would do. I would go reach into my wallet. You recognize where this is from?
Yeah, I know what that's from.
Yeah, it's a good
Bad
movie.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna reach
We
into
can
my
curse on
wallet.
ours.
Check out the wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Bad motherfucker. Where'd you get that from?
Do you read the Bible, Brett? Well, there's this little speech that I have memorized that fits the occasion. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will...
Come on.
You got it.
Damn it. Fuck.
Oh,
I will strike down upon thee with great fury, great fury. No, and I will strike down upon thee with great fury and furious vengeance. Nope, that's not it. All right, fuck it. I fucked it up. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's all right. You did good.
I didn't practice it.
I want to know where you got the wallet from because I'm gonna have to go get one of those wallets.
A friend of mine bought this for me.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go online.
I'm into Quentin Tarantino. Like I watch Quentin Tarantino movies on repeat. Django, Jackie Brown.
Now, what do you think? You're the Quentin Tarantino. What do you think about? Because a lot of people criticize Quentin Tarantino's use of the N-word.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I've gotten this conversation. I want to say this as a disclaimer ahead of time. I grew up in a very, very hip hop environment, but a lot of times I identify and acknowledge that in certain ways I'm on the outside of a community looking in, because my relationship with the diaspora is not the same as I'm saying a person whose descendants are not from the Dominican Republic's relation. Like in the Dominican Republic, Christopher Columbus is a hero. His grave is there. There's a gigantic monument. People,
really?
Yes.
I thought he wouldn't be a hero there.
Yes, that's where
All
he's
the
buried.
shit he did.
No.
All the shit he did.
The pride of the Dominican people is they're a lot of the first. They're the first university. They're the first community, the first colony. So they're proud of being the first, and therefore they're proud of the person that made them the first. Therefore, they don't associate with what it's associated with here in America.
Right.
So that is to say, you're asking me about a word that I do have some jurisdiction over.
Right.
Yet at the same time, I want to acknowledge I'm not fully. I'm saying,
like me, you're not.
I
fully
respect
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Respect
Yeah.
that.
So if I say something like this, a person might rebuke and go, "Well, you're not really
Right.
You don't really feel this." You know what I'm saying? Well,
I
like
get
for
it.
instance, if you do the knowledge and you understand words, we speak English. We're not from England, but we're speaking English. The word black means something in the English language. Now you can own it and flip the word and feel what and have a association to the word, but that's not really how you should roll. You should not associate yourself with that word, because that's not the word that you called yourself. That's the word someone else called you. That's a totally different conversation. I'm not really the person to deliver that message because my association with the word is different. In DR, that word doesn't exist. They were confused about what's the brother? George Floyd. When I went to DR last, they're like, yo, and over there's this whole thing about George Floyd. What's up with that? Well, people are up in arms because he's black. And everyone's like, what do you mean black? You're black. Well, nah, not really. Not over there. Because in DR, there's dark-skinned people and light-skinned people. You wouldn't be able to tell a Haitian person from a Dominican person. They don't get the term. Anywho.
Yeah, that's true.
So to that question about,
but in DR, they don't have a lot of Caucasians as we do in America. That are kind of dominant over people of color.
Nah, not that way. No. That oppressive system is not in DR. It's a different system.
In America,
don't get me wrong, it's a third world country.
We have the oppressive system in America. They don't understand it because they don't have the oppressive system there.
They just have poverty. They have a different system. They just got poverty. They have so much. You travel. There's so much undeveloped land. Like land. Yo, my dad has land. It's about a quarter mile away from the road. So when you park on the road, on your way to the land, it's about a quarter mile. It's like from here to a train station. On the way to the land, like on the way to the house, you're picking shit off trees, lemons, avocados, bananas, because it's just growing wild. We're killing chickens in the wild on his land because it's undeveloped land. They got a different system out there. Over here is oppression, over there is poverty. But back to your question about Quentin Tarantino and the N-word. I don't feel that he has an egregious use of the word, or B, I think the closest thing was in Pulp Fiction when he was the actor and he used the word. But other than that, it'd be black actors, black people saying the word, like in Jackie Brown.
Mhm.
Those was black people saying it. It's not like he got a movie where niggas is calling him as niggas is being racist in the movie, other than Django, which was a slave-based movie,
Yeah.
and the slave was the hero.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So I get people's argument, and especially in that scene in Pulp Fiction where he was like, "Does this look like a dead nigger storage?" And he hit it with the hard R. But me, outside looking in, chalk that up to art. That was just
Okay. All right.
for shock value.
No,
But I
I
think
Artistic
I
expression.
wanted your
and-
opinion on it. I like
Yeah.
Quentin
I like Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino rather. I like him myself, and I think one of the best things I've ever seen Quentin Tarantino do as an actor, one of the best scenes he's ever directed. There's a movie he did years ago, and they took 4 directors and they made 4 different scenes. And one of them was Robert Rodriguez, a couple other people, but his scene was the last scene.
You talking about Grindhouse?
No, I'm talking about 4 rooms.
Okay. Oh,
4 rooms.
okay.
The last scene was Quentin Tarantino, Bruce Willis, who's the guy who played in Pulp Fiction who played the criminal at the end? That he was that guy.
Ving Rhames?
No, not Ving Rhames.
The
white guy,
Tim Ross.
Tim Ross.
Yeah.
Tim Ross. And Tim Ross was through the whole movie. He was just bellhop at this.
Tim Ross is a great actor.
Yeah.
I love Tim Ross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have to see 4 rooms.
Yeah? That's on
4
Netflix?
rooms it's got different rooms hosted, directed by different people. And the last room was Trenton Tarantino, Bruce Willis, Tim Roth,
So Quentin
Jennifer
Tarantino
Bills,
directed it
Jennifer Bills. Yeah, he
and
directed
acted in it.
and acted in it.
He does
And-
that. He does that.
He does it all the time. And
Not a-
4 rooms,
He
4
does
rooms.
that. He gives himself little roles. He don't have a major role.
And this one, he had a major role in this.
He had a
scene.
major role, huh?
It was like a 15, 20-minute scene. He had a major role, and it's worth it for the movie. Is worth it for the Trenton Tarantino scene.
Peace.
It's Madonna's in the movie, and Antonio Banderas is in the movie.
Really?
There's a
Yeah, that
lot
sounds
of when you
interesting.
see it. There's a lot of good actors
I'm gonna look
in
into
the
that.
movie. It's not even worth
4
it. But the
rooms.
first scene is witches, and the witches are like nude and stuff.
Okay.
It's not even worth it for that scene.
Oh.
Are they hot witches?
I'm
Or is it
What
like
else
Renee?
Madonna? I don't.
Huh?
What Madonna? Is it
It's
later?
a younger Madonna. It's a younger. It's not the Madonna we saw at the Grammys. It's not that
She do
Madonna.
look like a different woman. Now.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh,
It's not that
is she the
Madonna.
only witch?
No, it's a whole bunch of other witches, and they're all hot.
Oh, they're all hot.
All
Oh,
hot.
that was a selling point.
You're right. Start with that next time.
Okay. Open with the fact that all the witches are hot. Okay.
I'm cracking up.
Can I just as we definitely have some, I'm on live as well,
Yes.
and
Whoa.
Hey.
I just wanted to take a moment to ask if we could get your information so that we might be able to somehow support you in the community and follow everything that you have going on. Do you have any socials? Where should we meet you? Are we going to see you here tomorrow on the 19th?
What's tomorrow? Oh no, tomorrow I cannot. Tomorrow is a heavy day.
All right, no, tomorrow is also, you said that you're not going to be able to do this weekend because your birthday. So we're going to
Peace.
see you next month. But where can we find you and where can we support all of this that you do?
Okay. My prerogative right now is to utilize YouTube like social media.
Okay.
Like the way a person might update their Facebook or Instagram, I'm trying to utilize my YouTube that way. So you could find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Hola Ovidio. Hola in Spanish, HOLA Ovidio, OVIDIO. That's a play on Hola Ovito. That's a Jay-Z song.
Okay.
Tell me one more time.
Hola Ovidio, yeah.
Video.
Ovidio, yeah, Jay-Z got Hola Ovito. And I really stand by that. Like when I came up with that, I was in my bag. Like, nah, I really look at myself like Jay-Z. And a lot of times I hold that standard. Not like I think I'm rich, but like, man, I'll call a person and I think to myself, if I was Jay-Z, they're gonna call me within 72 hours. They're not just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Not call me. Like, I get it if you don't call me back right now. You don't call me back tomorrow. But if I was important,
Yeah.
and you know what? I wouldn't tolerate anything lower than that. I wouldn't subject myself because I wouldn't put myself in a position where it's like, man, if I was Hove, this would not go this way. Or if I was Hove, Hove would not be subjecting himself. And it could be anybody.
Right.
It could be Idris Elba and whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It could be your dad. I ain't grew up with my dad. I could say my dad, but I go with Hove. Hove wouldn't take this. Hove would meet somebody and go, word, you don't know how to play chess? Here's my card. Holla.
Right. Exactly.
But my Instagram is all out video. My Twitter is also all over video. On Facebook, I'm Ovid the Poet, Ovid the Poet. Ovid is my real name. The Poet, I'm trying to get away from people calling me Ovid the Poet. That's why I gave you my titles.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your
I
fault.
apologize.
Don't even trip. Don't even trip.
I'm used to you. I've known you for a year or so. I'm used to calling you Ovid the Poet.
Because I play guitar.
Yeah.
Am I Ovid the guitarist?
No. You're Ovid the Poet. Because you're a very gifted lyricist.
But I don't write poetry.
I know you do raps.
I rap.
But you shouldn't have started calling yourself Ovid the Poet then.
That's
your fault.
It was a reference.
I know. That's your fault.
Okay, so you were never a poet in reality. You called yourself that because you do like the rapping thing, like you lyrical. And okay, so why did you call yourself Ovid the Poet?
Because there was 1,500 years ago. Actually, the parallels is uncanny.
Okay.
We're both Pisces. Ovid is both of our middle names, and we're both Latin. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the reincarnation of the original Ovid the Poet.
I dig that.
Okay.
All right.
Ovid is a very deep brother.
I like that.
So,
we love the perspective of this.
yes.
Yeah, no, I really, I might take a
Peace. Peace.
Take up space.
So what is the name you want? I didn't read this.
Ovid is good. Like I call you Kenny.
Ovid.
Yeah, like I call you Kenny. I'm Ovid. I'm saying.
And I appreciate the fact you call me Kenny and not Mr. Kenny.
Why would I call you Mr. Kenny?
Because some of these young people call me Mr. Kenny.
Sorry, that's not for you. That's for other people.
Peace.
Yeah.
Nah.
Some of these people call me Mr. I don't know why they
Peace.
do it.
Peace.
But you know, that is what it
Kenny.
is.
Fuck.
As far as with okay, you say you're doing more things on YouTube.
Oh,
now?
like for instance. Oh yeah, when I first started doing music, a friend of mine. And when I say a friend of mine, this is I really met him as like the owner of the studio I started recording at. But we became friends. But our friendship is like, I'll call him on Christmas morning, not even realizing it's Christmas. Like, yo, did such and such mix those records yet? Like, we don't never talk about nothing friendly. Like, and sometimes I'll catch myself. Like, I'll call him midway conversation. I'm like, damn, how's your daughter, bro? You good?
Right.
He goes, fuck that, nigga. Did you write this? Did you finish this? That's the relationship we have.
Yeah.
Ooh. But fuck, lost my train of thought. What was your original question? You lost it too?
I lost my train.
Great, awesome.
Well,
I think I asked. You're doing all the YouTube stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He told me I gotta get my. If he said to me early in my rap career, thanks for bringing that full circle. Yeah, you could rap. Your music is cool, but if somehow I could bottle your personality and sell that, you would need to rap. And he said that shit to me in like 2009. I never got it. I don't even, if you go on my social media, like, man, I don't even be posting pictures. Like, niggas be taking selfies and doing all this.
You really don't.
I'm not into
You
that.
really don't have a social media presence.
I like being in the field. I like meeting people, laughing with people.
But, I'm sorry.
No,
but I didn't mean to.
I'm going to.
I can't do it.
I come up with skits. Like I wrote a movie script one time. I never executed it yet, but I wrote it. I think I could write. You know what I'm saying I could write a joke. I never tried it. Like I think a joke. You know, like rappers rap.
Yeah.
And they prepare their raps. Well, comedians and they prepare that. They don't just.
Absolutely.
I'm
That's
sure they
the
can
art.
freestyle.
I've tried stand-up comedy, and it is hard.
We have had this conversation.
Yes.
So I feel like I could write a joke because I come up with shit ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like I used to do a podcast, and I used to know what would be funny ahead of time, and say. So I could come up with a skit, but I never really do it. Like, see, I cats be on TikTok, like doing the voiceovers and.
You know why?
Niggas don't even be nice. Should be killing me. And I'm like, yo, if I was doing that, then I'd be. But
it'd be funny.
I'm
you know why? You know why I can come up with a good joke?
Too cool.
You know why
I'm
I
way
can come
too
up with a
cool.
good joke? I can come up with a good joke because I've been married. I was married for 15 fucking years. I can come up with a great joke.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means it was horrible. It is all that.
Oh, okay.
I was married.
You can make comedy out of the pain.
I can make comedy out of the fact that she was a terrible bitch.
I didn't know where you was going with that.
We never do.
No, I feel you.
So you roll with it.
Nah, I don't see. I used to do podcasting, and then I stopped doing podcasts.
Yeah,
I thought about
y'all
it.
gotta check out his podcast episodes. I did check out a
Did
couple.
you?
They was
I
funny
didn't
as
check
shit.
it out yet. I didn't get to
No,
check it
they
out.
was low key funny. What did you
Yeah.
know?
Now, where's
Because you don't get Hove all the time. We get Hove once every 3 years. If
Yo.
we heard Hove 24, if Hove had a Twitter, his status would go down. You know what I'm saying? If Hove was somebody that you had access to 24/7,
I agree.
why my phone, I don't even be by my phone. That shit is on purpose. I have to train myself. Like my phone, I don't be around that shit. People call me, I don't call you, I don't answer your phone. Nigga, right, nigga, because I grew up in a time where, believe it or not, I grew up in a time where if your phone rings, you have to answer it without knowing who was calling.
Yeah, I did too.
You believe
Well,
that
I
shit?
wasn't all you guys, so I grew up there that time.
But
And you have to
talking
go to
about
the phone. The phone will ring. Hold on.
Let me go check.
Hello?
At the wall.
And the wall, yup, the wall. The wall. Yup, the cord and everything,
And
man.
it don't even be for
The
you.
cord,
Right, it don't even be for you.
For you.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, he's not here.
Now, where's
I
Ovid going to be?
feel
Where's
that.
Ovid going to be in 5 years?
In 5 years. Well, I do things 2 years at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years at a time. So when I make a plan, I'm like, I'm gonna do this for 2 years.
I like that.
If in 2 years I don't like where it went, let's readdress it. But if wherever it's at in 2 years, we'll build on that. So I'll do
Okay.
something for a year, and then the follow up the next year. So like the 2 year cycle will be like, this is the prep year, and then the year, then there's the performance year. So I'm currently on a 2 year cycle. This is my prep year.
Gotcha.
Like right now, I'm here now.
Mhm.
And I'm here now, but I don't have. But
Fair.
us meeting, like you don't just show up to a person's house with flowers. First go, oh, they look beautiful, Mr. Jackson. I'll pull up next time with flowers. So this is it. Oh, you know, this is a beautiful space. I bet. You know what? Next time I come through, I might fuck around, have a Lair cup. Lair, I mean, will contribute.
Facts.
Ooh. So in 5 years, I'll be on my second 2 year cycle. Probably in the middle of my second 2 year cycle. Right now, I'm trying to go on a tour to Delaware Valley. That's the vision.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I like
Who's
that.
going to be on tour with you?
There's a couple artists I work with. I work with in New York. His name LP, and he got a wave out there.
Deani?
Huh?
Taking Deani with you?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's undeniable.
Deani Starr is a singer that we both know who is a great singer, really good singer, good performer, and has a great voice. And her and Ovid do have a few pieces together, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Super facts. Yeah.
Yeah, a few nice
Yes.
pieces together. I've seen them perform their piece together, and it's been fire. The performance itself has been fire to watch. Like I've seen you on stage performing, and your stage presence is where most people's stage presence should be.
I try not to like. I'm saying, but
It's like you know,
Now that you
I know
said
you're
it.
good. Like this
Now that you say it.
this is what I like about you. You're humble about your shit.
but I'm dumb nice.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah. You're humble about your shit. You will communicate with everybody. You will talk to everybody. You will greet everybody the same way. I watch people, and I host a lot of events in the area, and I go to a lot of open mics, and I watch people who come through, and I watch the different artists. And I will say, you are one of the artists who are very humble, very down to earth, kind of like Lost Child. Kind of like Lost Child, very humble, very down to earth. We sit back in the cut, and they'll be the best performers in the room. The best performers in the room, but they lay back. They're not sitting there like, oh, I know I'm the best. They're, you know, guys like Ovid and Lost Child are sitting there like, all right, what's up? You know, and they're clapping everybody else on,
Right.
they're cheering everybody else on, and they go up on stage and they know how to handle themselves.
Yo, that
on
goes
stage.
back to my Jay-Z philosophy. In addition to treating myself like I'm Jay-Z, I treat everybody. You never know
Nice.
who is Jay-Z.
That's
So when
That's,
I
that's,
meet
that's
When
when I meet you, you do not have to already impress me. You starting with an A. I'm gonna treat you with the utmost respect, maximum.
Right.
Like my father, you're gonna think you're my father. I might call you father. You know what I'm saying? I talk to you like I'm talking to my dad.
Right.
Dad, you know what I'm saying? There's lines I'll never cross. I'll never look at your woman away. I'm saying, take food off your plate. There's lines I'll never cross it. It never crossed my mind. If I owe you bread, you'll never have to like call me for it. Nigga, I'm calling you. I'm hunting you down. Yo, bro, you want this $1 back?
It is nice
Yeah.
to know. It is
Right.
nice to know that if I bring a woman to an event, you will not take her from me.
I would never even, not even on my radar.
It's nice to know that I don't have to compete with you.
Nah,
So-
I'm not in competition with nobody. No one's in
Yeah.
competition with me.
Yeah.
And that should be annoying how people, over women, bro, dudes will dog you, and it'll be women that's not even on your radar. And I'm not saying no one's on my radar, but it's like,
I hear you. Respect.
I'm chilling. What's mine or what's mine is gonna come to me. Like it's gonna attract to me, and then when it's in my space, I won't have to do anything. Like I'm never like on pins and needles about someone. Like,
good advice.
you do what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
Even a female I'm with could even find another man attractive because you got eyes and a brain. Like my girl love Chris Brown. What am I supposed to do? Like forbid her from listening to Chris Brown and make him a fantasy?
You have to be confident in yourself
I'm
to
good.
be able to like trust your partner. And if you can't trust your partner, then you don't need that person.
Peace.
Yeah.
No,
I
straight
agree.
facts. Straight
If
facts.
you can't trust them, you don't need them.
I
Straight
agree.
facts.
Is there a way to rebuild trust after it's been broken?
Ooh.
Oh man, that's tough.
I love when she asks.
That is tough. It all depends on the person. It all depends on who you are. If you break my trust, you're gonna break it again.
I'll be real with you, and
it all depends on the situation.
I'm not organically a forgiving person.
Right.
That is a way to say it.
And that comes on me holding, like the same way I treat myself, Jay-Z, I treat everybody Jay-Z. Like I hold people to the standards I hold myself. And honestly, if I hold myself to like a true regard, when shit was serious to me, I don't fuck up in the first place. The level of seriousness that I take shit, when shit was serious, I wouldn't have messed up in the first place. And I want to say 2 out of 3 times when a person has forgiven me, I fucked up again. And it could be something as simple
and that's honesty.
That's something simple as work. Like I go to work, I'm late to work. They might let me slide. I'm late again.
Right.
Me, I'm probably gonna fire me the first, like someone else. They're not gonna get that clemency from me because I'm gonna look at that like, nah, I'm nipping this in the bud. You might let me slide, but I'm not letting the shit that you put up with. I never put up with this in 5 minutes. That feeling like you feel like you have to go through my phone. I will never go through your phone because the second I feel that way, the second the idea that anything, like I'm curving, I don't even have to go through it.
Yeah.
What you gonna put up with for the amount of time you gonna put up with, child? So I don't know because I'm in that process where I violated someone's trust, and I never really cared to rebuild it, but this time I care. So now I'm in a process of rebuilding that trust.
That's what's up.
And like coming clean and being honest and open is really the beginning, I guess. That's the stage I'm at. Things are open and honest, and cards are on tables, and that's that on that.
And speaking about cards on tables, it is Valentine's Day. I mean, it's like a sensitive subject, but in the realm of speaking from a masculine perspective, what does it mean to be in love?
Ooh. You getting spicy, girl. I wasn't even.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I want to believe in love. I do believe in love. What does it mean to be in love? To be in love means to be with someone. First, you have to love yourself in order to love someone else.
And maybe we should talk about that instead. Like,
And to be in love means to be with someone that you can truly be yourself with.
Yeah.
And to be who you are.
Hey, yo, is that gummable?
Yeah, get you some.
Sheesh.
Like for me,
got that right out the
for me,
Gummification.
love is finding a woman that I can fart in front of.
Now, when you say drink, you mean drink?
Wine.
Wine's good. No, wine's good. Like this.
I might
She's
try
letting you know
Chardonnay,
she'll
this
get you.
What she
she's
gave
asking
me
you,
wasn't good at
actually.
all.
Chardonnay's pop or no? Pinot, the sweeter, the sweeter.
Yeah, Pinot Noir.
Don't bring no Merlot, Cabernet. That's what my mom be drinking.
Right, you do have Merlot.
I'm G's. That shit like tree bark.
I love
Facts.
a spicy one. Okay.
Something sweet. I like sweet.
So we don't- that's
See, I like
what
sweet
Kenny
too.
was- Yeah.
Facts.
As Kenny was saying.
So Pinot Grigio is alright. That's like light. That's like watery.
It's
I
the
thought-
Pinot
and
Noir.
It's a Pinot Noir. I
So-
definitely misspoke. I apologize.
It's a noir, so that means it's like dry and dark.
Yes. Dry.
That's what that is.
Nah, I got the Merlot. Yeah.
Nah, you know what surprised me? Anything but Merlot.
All right, I'm gonna pray for the Chardonnay.
Give
Oh, no,
me
Chardonnay's
something
valid.
else, please. Anything. I don't care.
Chardonnay Valley. It's also pretty. I like
I
the dry
had
stuff.
the Chardonnay last time I was here, but
All right. So, do we have any music for you to rap to, or can you just?
so he
I
does
forgot.
have some
Oh
new
shit! You
music
want me
out.
to? You want me to rap?
Yeah, I want you to rap.
I have.
Yeah,
shoot,
that's what I was saying. He does have
I
new
do
music
have new
out.
music out, but I can
You
rap.
did all your homework.
I did.
And I didn't do any of my homework. 'cause
I
I've
did
been having
do.
troubles all
That's
week.
what I do. I do my homework. I got my bold.
Shout out to Asia.
Yeah.
She got her whole media
I
line.
know Asia's all on
That's what's
top of
up.
it.
She,
Asia's on top of it.
But I
don't
go with the
know.
flow though, because
Uh-huh,
y'all
Angie
having
Martinez.
y'all making good.
Asia really doesn't need me to do
Facts.
this. Asia really doesn't need me to do this.
She go hold it down.
No, I appreciate everybody's comments. Yes. Well, you did. Well, hold on. Before you start rapping, you did say you used to do battle rap. So like,
I used to battle rap.
so you could freestyle set too. Like
Yeah.
you could come off the top.
I could. It's It's something that you have to have in your bag if you're gonna be Rambo ready.
Are you
Right.
Rambo ready today?
I'm not Rambo ready. I haven't gone into a Rambo cycle in some time.
I don't believe you.
Do you know what it is to be Rambo ready?
What is it
Operation
to be
Rambo?
Rambo ready.
Well, when I used to battle rap, I used to prepare myself. Like I'm leaving my house today, and I could find myself on somebody's block, and I gotta battle them.
Right.
So I gotta be ready for at least 3 rounds. One is not valid because you do open mics. You see the ratio of nice niggas to not nice niggas be like 1 to 5.
Like,
5 niggas that go through, 1 nigga to be nice low key.
Yeah.
So it's like that with battle rapping. You go into the field, you might get somebody out of here with 1 verse, but then you come across another wolf, and y'all niggas is both nice. So you gotta have another verse to back it up.
Right.
Now, you're not gonna just do 2 rounds because fuck around y'all 1 and 1. So you have to be ready for a best 2 out of 3. So minimum 3 verses. But me being, I don't want to call myself elite because I never took it that far. But my elitist mentality.
I love it. He's like, I'm always gonna think like I'm the best. Period.
I used to go out there with 5 verses. So I got 5 verses, but my verses would be like 64 bars, which is 16 times 4. So where the average cat is going into the field with 1 or 3 16-bar verses, I'm going out with 5 64-bar verses.
Yes.
Breaking them down, baby.
Yeah.
I love
Break
that.
them down.
And that would be what I consider Rambo ready. I have all my guns. I got my M16. I got my pistols. I got my grenade. I got my knife. I could do hand to hand if I had to.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Rambo ready. Right now, I'm not Rambo ready. I stopped battle rapping and I stopped being in that position. And then I'm not gonna hold you. No disrespect to the community, but this area to do music in is not as competitive as New York City. And New York City is
yeah.
like
No, you're right.
thousands
You're
of
absolutely
them.
right.
I'm glad you bring that up. I was actually going to ask you about that. Like, what has been, since I know you was from New York and you in West Jersey now, like, what has been your I love it. What has been your experience in, like, especially the music industry and like in arts and stuff like that? Because, like you said, New York is competitive. You got stuff to do. I mean, it's events every day, all day. You know what I mean? And when you come out here, it's a little bit spread out, few and far between. You got to go and find the vibe. You got to go and search that thing out. You want to get your...
Or make it happen.
Yeah, or make it happen.
Go to your mom's restaurant and throw 3 concerts back there. Book the
Facts.
hottest acts in the city. Put it on your back.
And get your 2-year rotation in. He's telling y'all the keys. Have some self-confidence.
Facts.
Look at yourself as
Facts.
the best in the room and treat
Facts.
everybody else like that.
Facts.
He's really giving you the tea.
Facts.
Pay attention.
I always had the notion like you don't have to be, again back to Jay-Z, because that's just the rubric for me. You don't got to be Jay-Z you don't got to be famous to be a genius.
Yeah.
There could be someone next door to you making awesome music,
Facts.
having a ridiculously creative idea, have a wonderful space. They may not be famous, but that may not be. it's not that they don't have to be famous for that to be quality stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if I say it's raining and I whisper it in my room and the motherfucking news on TV say it's raining and they on channel 3, we both said the same thing.
Yeah.
One, I was in my room. I guess my room is not as clean as it is on TV. Yeah. So you might listen to them, but I said it was raining too, bro.
Yeah.
You could have got your umbrella an hour earlier.
I told you it was coming.
You know what I'm saying? So that'd be the biggest thing. Like, a lot of cats, they may not really believe they're geniuses. And they have like this I believe, but I don't believe relationship with their craft. Therefore, they don't really apply themselves to get nice. They're like good with how nice they are. Yeah. And that is it's like a gift and a curse, because on one side you're like, yo, I'm good the way I am, right? But on the other side, you're not polishing yourself. You're not good the way you are. You know what I'm saying?
My grandfather,
you was born naked, now you got boots on.
My grandfather always said something that stuck with me my whole life when I was a kid. He said the biggest room in the world is room for improvement.
Yes.
And I live by that. The biggest room in the world is room for improvement. You can always you can always do better for yourself. You can always improve yourself. You can always do better.
Yes. I love that. I'm gonna steal that saying for sure.
But that performance shit, like you said, like I used to battle rap.
Yeah.
But then when I started doing records, that was a big like
that's a switch.
OD. That's like, I don't know if you're into baseball, but in the middle of a baseball season, they have the All-Star weekend and they do something called the Home Run Derby. You know what the Home Run Derby is?
No, I'm not into baseball. I don't do
Home Run
sports.
Derby is, rather than normally a batter would bat, see the pitcher one time. If he's out, he has to wait for like an hour to bat again, and that's about it. But at the Home Run Derby, he's actually standing there and he gets 50 tries to get as many home runs as he can. So it's a little different from a game where you see him, you're done, all right, I'm done, I go back to my bench. Or I'm standing here for like, 10 minutes swinging at it. And baseball players will tell you that messes up their swing because it takes a different training to just hit home runs all day, as opposed to, I need to get on base, I need to hit far, I need to hit to the left, to the right. Well, it's a different training. Yeah. And I compare that to rap. When you sitting down and you putting raps together to battle someone, that's a totally different side of your brain from when you're putting melodies together and rapping over beats and you're trying to make music that a person will vibe out to, as opposed to feel like, okay, the person I'm listening to is like, this nigga has 16 machetes. That's just cool. Some niggas like that. Like, I love Style P. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the face of the chest. Then shoot him. I love Styles P. But then at the same time, I love Kim saying I can listen to I play guitar. A lot of my friends tell me they can't trust my musical judgment because I listen to so much Future. I'm like, bro, for starters, I could sing Selena songs in Spanish. Then I could pick up a guitar and play like 20 songs. How you gonna talk about my musical diversity? Right. Secondly, Future is lyrically genius. Like, lyrically a genius. If you break down the poetry and what he does, the nigga is genius. That's a wholly different conversation.
Right, when you really gotta listen.
Break that down for me personally at a different time.
That's a totally different conversation. But he's a musical genius. He's lyrically a genius. He is. And that's me coming from, again, going back to my battle rap stage, where, like, you've been around people who are funny and they're funny, and you've been around people who try to make a joke and it's not funny. And you could determine the elements of that joke. Like, you know what? The timing was off, or the setup to the punch, whatever. Because we're not critics. We're not running around like with a checkbook, checking people's jokes off. But you're human and you could go, okay, that was funny. Or if you're like me, I won't even laugh. I'll just say that was funny. That's like, when you're at that level of the industry, it's like amusing. You know what I'm saying? But I'll find it hilarious. I'll find it hilarious.
I'm laughing right here.
I feel it. Good. That was not fun. Or I'll watch a movie. I could be loving the movie, but I'm criticizing the shit out of it.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How the fuck?
Yes.
I'm watching. You know what? I'm watching the Hypnotized video. Not to cut you off. I'm watching the Hypnotized video. Now, I love this video since 1997. But now I'm watching the Hypnotized video, and there's the scene where, you know what I'm saying, they get in the Mercedes, and then the motorcycles pop out, and they chasing them, and then the nigga they bust it in reverse, and then they go in reverse, and then the motorcycles is chasing them. I'm like, wait a minute. Cars Cars can't go 60 miles an hour in reverse. That's not how transmissions are built. How the fuck is he out doing? You know what I'm saying? But I'm loving the video. I'm like that. I could criticize something and love it.
That's the same way I watch. That's the same way I watch Fast and Furious movies.
You loving it and criticizing.
I loving it because I'm like, wait a minute. How the fuck they take down an airplane with cars?
Right.
How the fuck they gonna make a car go against a submarine? How the fuck they shoot Tyrese and Ludacris into space? I don't understand that. But guess what? I'll be in the movie theater for Fast and Furious 10.
Oh, but that being said, go back to the future.
That's right. I saw that.
Back to the future. But hey, you see, my name is Ovid the Poet, but I don't write poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I could rap, and I could gauge good rap from not good rap. Now, art is subjective. You know, who am I to say what's good, what's not good? Right. But at the same time, it's objective, and I could say this is whack and that's not whack.
Absolutely.
Peace. I've come across what I consider elite level poetry. Did you know that there's like poetry competitions where like it ain't you reciting your own poem. They memorize poems. Like they'll memorize a Maya Angelou, go up and recite it.
Yeah.
So that means this person read a Maya Angelou poem, absorbed the emotion that the artist put in it, and was able to. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I could rap or I could listen to Jay-Z and recite that, but to read something and find the emotion that person, I recognize that was something different from rap. The same way writing battle raps is different from singing and whatnot.
Yeah,
that poetry
totally
is a different animal.
I've written poetry for other people to recite.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, and I was like, one time I wrote a poem for someone to recite, and I wasn't at the function because I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
But then a friend of mine's like, yeah, they didn't recite the way you would have done it. They didn't do it the way you would have wrote it. And I wrote a poem one time for a Juneteenth event, and my sister said, yeah. My mother called me up because my mother was at the event. She's like, yeah, they read it, but it was, they didn't do it the way you would have put the passion into it. So it's hard. It's hard to you know, bring somebody else's thing.
They probably got coaches.
Yeah.
Facts. Someone probably coached them through it. I perform for my friends, and they the ones telling me, "Yo, you looking on the floor too much. Yo, you need to engage." Like I perform for my friends. I have coaches. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably got coaches.
Now, one of my big influences is Langston Hughes.
Oh, peace, Harlem.
Yes.
I saw a clip of Langston Hughes reading one of his poems, and I didn't like it.
Oh.
I love the poem.
You didn't like his performance.
I didn't like his performance.
His delivery.
To me, his performance is he just read it. It's very bland. And he had like a jazz, and it was like, I want to say he had somebody like Coltrane with him. So the music, you listen to the music, And I want to say like he had he had a jazz band behind him. But to me, the way he read it was very straightforward and bland. And not the way I pictured it with a little bit more emotion.
Peace.
A couple more pauses.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? But the way he read it was just like.
And he probably get paid for that performance.
So
they probably gave him that.
It was Langston Hughes on TV. He got paid.
Yeah.
Hey.
And not everybody performs.
Yeah.
That is true.
Not everybody is.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Right. You can write it. Right.
Yeah.
But to just bring full circle, when I got into poetry, because I knew I wasn't going to write it, but I wanted to understand what it is.
Yeah.
When I started studying it, most rappers, people that rap, they don't use too many literary devices. A simile, a metaphor here and there, maybe some alliteration. The imagery be whack. The metaphors be like real in your face.
Yeah.
If you look up some Future lyrics and just look at the lyrics, take the music away from them.
Okay.
Let's do that.
This is a real challenge that I'm gonna try.
Check this out.
It's a challenge.
I'm gonna really try it.
Turn on the lights. I'm looking for her.
Yeah.
I heard she will hold it down and she'll never cheat on you. I heard she gonna love you and never bust a move. Turn on the lights. I'm looking for her.
And yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yo.
I will snaps. That's actual Future. Wow.
Yeah, that is.
That's crazy.
No, it really is though. When you say it,
That
I
was
was like,
that.
wait a minute. When you say it, that was his in the song.
You think I'm sitting here depressed? I'm count me a check. I had it for any one of you niggas. That's my only regret. Drag the mink on the floor, Cuban links on my hoe, 20 rips in a row. Who would think we was poor? Who would think we was poor? Got some hoes laying on some hoes. Got some money laying on the floor. Got a shorty with me, she a pro. Don't you never know that you'll never meet another nigga like me? Even if he had $1 billion, he'll never make you come like me.
And I got it. That is spicy.
That is spicy.
That is spicy.
I agree.
Those are those. It gets deeper. He do like this nigga just said something ridiculous.
Okay.
And
But everybody.
there's a lot of that. But again, if you're like, for instance, like I said, I'm into Styles P. Now Styles P says some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
If you're into that gutter stuff,
Right.
well, Future says a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. Future and Drake literally are the same cats. Only Future will tell you he copes by doing drugs. Like he's heartbroken and he copes by doing drugs. And Drake will tell you he copes by using his money to belittle women. Like he'll do something to belittle a woman with his money. Like, yo, I might make everybody, I might go to my high school reunion just to make everybody go through security clearance. Like that's meanwhile, Future will go, nigga, I fucked Steve Harvey and I fucked Steve Harvey's daughter and I make more money than Steve Harvey. So now she calls me daddy.
Right. I get it.
He'll say something like that.
Yeah.
But they're essentially the same characters, but the poetry is there. Like if you dissect the poetry, it's there.
How do you feel about Kendrick?
I think he's the greatest rapper of all time, at least for my generation.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eminem.
I would say he's probably the greatest rapper of all time. Period. Time.
Wow.
Time. That guy. Well, again, see how I can't jack Ovid the Poet. I play guitar now, so what you gonna call me? Ovid the guitarist poet? I'm a musician. I make music. I can play guitar.
Artist.
I rap. I'm a musician. Well, the nigga Eminem, he's beyond rap.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he'll write a song, and the song as you listen to it, it's a play.
Right.
It just has a hip hop beat behind it.
Right.
But it's a play. Like if you listen to Kim, it's a song about him hypothetically beating up killing his girl.
Yeah.
But the performance of that record, it's a play.
Yeah.
There's no video you can imagine it.
It's
So like if you listen to Stan,
and you
That's a
listen to
play,
Stan,
bro.
imagery.
Stan is a
I
play.
see imagery in my
It's a
mind.
Stan is like 4 acts of a play.
Yo, he's rapping in third person.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Yo, he's a
Eminem
genius.
is-
Like he's a writer. Like
Yeah.
it's beyond rap. Like he didn't have to rap. He could have wrote a minstrel. Like
I
he
was
could have wrote a
having
play.
I was having a conversation with my son.
But again, going back to the artistry, like, and what you were saying about, I'm sorry, cut you off. I mean, the future, like, who would know we were poor?
Who would know?
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's about how you are presenting your art, right?
Mhm.
So maybe Langston Hughes wasn't the person to present his art,
Mhm.
Right.
but a publisher was able to spread it to the world.
On paper.
So it's just about
Mhm.
like, I feel like Eminem was like, all right, I literally live on 8 Mile and I'm about to tell everybody what this is.
Mhm.
And like you were just saying, I'm not just a poet. I'm not a poet. I'm not just a creative. I'm a musician.
Yeah.
I am able to kind of take my artistry to a different level. So,
Peace.
and in that space, like,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knew how much of a genius he was. in
Dude,
that
right?
way,
Yeah.
White boy.
right? At that point in time. So it's,
Yeah.
I think that in reflection, it is such a piece that we're missing now,
Mhm.
is being able to get our artistry out there the way that we want to,
Mhm.
because people are so used to developing it and
Mm.
absorbing it
Mm.
in a specific way.
I
right?
agree.
Like
Oh,
you
that's a
say,
big deal to me.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to get people to go to my YouTube because I'm not really on social media. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see me. That's not what I do.
Right.
But if you want to know what I do, like, and that's why I said, where can we meet you to go promote the chess tournaments? You know what I mean?
Peace.
Get people out here doing other things in the community so they're aware of other ways
That it
to spread their
exists. Yeah.
creativity. You know what
Peace.
I'm saying? So I'm gonna be quiet.
Peace.
I loved it.
I was
Thank
just going
you.
to say, I had a conversation with my son one day, and we were talking about we were talking about rapping and battle rap, and I said, man, if I was in a battle rap and I walked up on stage and Eminem was there and I had to go against Eminem, I would just hand the mic over like I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try.
Maybe it depends on the year. Maybe this year it won't work. Because it changed. Like, you can't compare a basketball player from 1950 to someone like Kyrie Irving. Like, they're not going to be able to compete. Now, Jerry West may have been the peak of athleticism at that time, but training things have changed. Like, because the way athletes trained have changed, there's no way to compare someone like Michael Jordan to LeBron. It wouldn't even be a comparison. Like, Michael Jordan, LeBron has access to different training equipment.
Because I don't know, I might want to take a Julius Erving, a Dr. J in his peak against a Seth Curry.
First off, what you gonna
Steph Curry.
You gonna put them on? You gonna put a small forward on a point guard? You gonna have them go against each other?
Well, if Dr. J at his peak,
yes,
was I remember going to the Spectrum and seeing him play.
Okay,
he was phenomenal.
Okay,
I would put him against anybody. At his peak, I would put him up on anybody.
He got Defensive Player of the Year. He was on all defense, all first.
I don't know.
I don't know these things, and I can't. I'm not sure, but I'm a stand on them cats back then. They in locker rooms. I be watching movies, and it amazes me how many movies people are smoking indoors. Like, them cats was around cigarettes all the time. Clyde Drexler was fresh out of high school, and he looked, you know what I'm saying, like a grown man. These new guys, these young guys, these 20-year-old cats is in the league jumping from half court, bro. These cats is training different.
There's something else.
They got masks. They got masks that restrict their oxygen, so their lungs is different.
I just saw a video with Steph Curry shooting from half court and making it
like he's laying it up, flawlessly.
It was like just boom, boom, boom. Like he kept going back and he kept going. Yeah.
Oh man!
At first, I looked at it as a circus trick. It's an official shot.
Yeah.
And originally there was no 3-point line.
No,
there was no 3-point line to like 55, 60, something like that. I don't know. You know?
Was it
Fuck.
We thought you was gonna pull some shit out there. You be having some random history. So
there wasn't a 3-point line until the ABA NBA merger. When they were two separate leagues, there was no 3-point line. When they merged, they created the line. But I can't say that was like in 55, 60.
Right.
We're talking about after Jerry West, after Bill Russell. So now a lot of times I'll be looking at life like there was a 1920, and now in the 80s or in the 90s or in 2000, you look back at that like, oh, those people are ancient. We're in 2020. Right. Eventually, this will be ancient. Right. So at one point in time, there was no 3-point line. Now there's a 3-point line because of what Steph Curry has done. Right. In 30 years, they'll either extend it or there'll be a 4-point line, or they'll eliminate the 3-point line altogether and go, y'all got to shoot from the other side of the court to get 3 points. That's it. No court, no lines, nothing.
You just have to shoot the ball into the basket.
That's it.
A half-court shot should probably be worth 4 points.
Or they'll reduce it. They'll make layups and shit 1 point and 3 points, 2 points. Right. Something's gonna change.
Yeah.
Something's gonna change.
Did you guys hear about the black man? She's from a different country.
Peace.
She's a figure skater, the black figure skater that landed. Her trick was this back.
Oh yeah, and they banned it.
They banned it. They banned it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Nina Simone or something like that. Marina Simone, something like that.
So how is it that? And that's why I brought up the 3-point line, because it's like we just continue to build our abilities as humans.
Yeah.
So we then have to level up. So kind of like with your plan and execute a 2-year plan, giving us the blueprint there.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
what is it that we need to be doing right now in order to get to our best self? Where do you think we need to be doing in order to achieve our best self?
If the world was to be destroyed and niggas went into caves or people went into caves for 3 years and then popped up, what do you do?
Right.
Not what do you do in the sense of what's life going to be like. No. What do you contribute Can you start a battery? Do you know horticulture? Can you do something other than I don't want to make a list of things. You know, I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna make a list of current trades that people do that wouldn't necessarily be applicable in
coming out of a cave.
But yes, other than makeup, do you know how to start a fire? Y'all watch Naked and Afraid all the time.
Yo,
can you start a fire?
Facts.
So
can you build a car?
Can I build a car?
Can you start a car? If we was on an apocalypse situation, we came across a car.
The key. Get that bitch running.
Can you get it running?
Excuse me.
So
can you do dentistry? Yo, people's teeth are gonna hurt forever. Do you know how to solve that? People get headaches. Women deliver babies. Are you comfortable seeing blood?
A midwife, like, yeah.
What can you contribute? Not what you need, because people get hungry and you need food. No.
Everybody has essentials.
What can you do so that a person gives you a loaf of bread because you don't have $1?
Right.
What can you do? Because I could bake bread. I can go out, plant the seed, grow it, reap it, make the bread. Little red hen. Now, can you do so? If not, tell you what. When I built my little Jammy Jam, you could sweep my porch, and I'll give you a loaf of bread. If you don't know how to start a car, the answer to your question is, how can you start with your best self? Yo, start with something that you feel like you can contribute to an apocalypse situation. You'll never go wrong with that. I went to mechanic school and I got a degree in automotive. I still want to be a rapper, but the other day I took my lady out. Yeah. She ain't see a road. She hit the pothole, bust a tire. I was able to change the tire, and that's a feat if it's dark, cold, and you don't got the proper jack. Like that little scissor diamond jack that they give you that you got to turn. That ain't the one. And then when I first jacked it, it rolled because we was on an incline, so I had to have the mechanical knowledge to know I had to chock the shit. Then I didn't have the tool to get the wheel off. If I was not a mechanic and I didn't know, or if I didn't have the mechanic experience, like my dad was in a mechanic, if I don't have no mechanical knowledge, that wheel was gonna stay there. We was gonna be stuck. Yeah. I was gonna have to call another man. Now I want to make it a man versus woman thing, but I would have to call another man, a repair man. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't even know why they give you those jacks with the cars.
The little diamond shit?
Yeah.
That's terrible, bro.
Why they give you that?
Terrible.
Like, why give me this?
Guys, you need to provide at least a floor jack, or a bottle jack. At least a bottle jack. You're going to give me a car. I'm buying a 2021, whatever, paying $60,000 for this car. Bro, give me a bottle jack. Peace.
Yeah. All right. So we are coming towards the end of our time because we've been on for like over an hour already.
Oh, wow.
You got a last question for?
I don't want to.
Oh,
I feel like it's going to start up another conversation. So
you got something you want to let everybody know about Ovid before we get out of here? You. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I'll give you some hope. You can say whatever you want, but I know you did talk a little bit about in your podcast before your creative process, which I thought was interesting, and you've been dropping a lot of jewels. So for the artists out here, you were saying like your creative process was like you would go in and record something, and then you would listen to something so you get tired of it, and then you would come back and then you would write something else, right? So I guess that's like now your new like editing phase. I don't know, but that's what I'm asking you. It's like, what is generally your creative process? I think, as being going from being battle rapper to now being recording artist, like what is your process now with that?
It's in two phases. Well. There's a phase where I'll empty my mind and I'm just allowing something to inspire me. As critical as I am, I'm also very open. So I'm criticizing hard because I'm not just gonna let anything into my periphery. But once you reach me, I'm embracing you full tilt. If someone gets in my car and plays your music, I gotta assume you nice because I don't listen to shit. I don't look for no music, nothing. For it to reach me, it had to be good. So I do that shit with ideas. For an idea to strike me, because I cleared my mind, and when I was in battle rap mode, my mind was always thinking about flipping words. Oh, downstairs, do you stare down? I'm saying everything was like a word flip. I got out of that space and it became, if something is good enough, it'll strike me and I won't be able to leave it alone. So I won't try to write. I won't think about writing. I won't try. As a matter of fact, I avoid it. I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to listen to beats. Then one day, someone will say something. That's my belief. One day, someone will say something.
That's the same way I do it. And
One day,
somebody
happen.
will come up to me with something say, and that's in my head.
That's
and
it.
now it's like to me, it's like giving birth to a baby.
Yeah.
Where I had to now I gotta develop it and I gotta push
That's
it out.
it. From then on, I'm married to that.
Yeah,
I'm not trying.
I'm
not going through 5 songs. I'm not recording 20 things. I'm not. From now on, I'm married to that, and that shit may take months.
Yeah.
My bread might not be right to be able to buy the beat, pay for the studio time, shoot a video the way I want. Everything may not be in line. So I'll have one line in my head for months. I'll end up recording a whole song. Every song you can ever find by Ovid the Poet, it started with one line that I had in my mind for weeks. Everything. And then I'll build around the song. That line might be in the middle of the song, and I'll put 4 bars ahead of it, 4 bars behind it, and now there's a beat, now there's a video, and that's the whole project, but it was just one line that I wanted to get off.
And that, you know what, that's
picking up right where I left off.
That's something I learned from
Some shit
my
like
high school. I carried with me through high school. That's something I learned. Creative writing teacher. One line, what do I? And I wrote one line. And I wrote a play around one line. And when I got to college, I submitted the play, and they were going to put the play on in college.
Wow, awesome.
I wrote around one line.
That's dope.
It never got performed because it was some bullshit that happened because I was the only black playwright.
That's right.
And I couldn't get off of work for the auditions. So somebody said, because I wrote the play, I wanted an all-black cast. So nobody auditioned for my play. And black people thought that because it was about a drug addict, that why is it because he's black, he got to be a drug addict, and so they didn't audition. So my play didn't get performed. But the whole one line thing, one line, boom, work from there.
Everything around
like one idea or one concept or one line, and boom, there you go, and you work on it for a couple of weeks or whatever, and get it out.
So what was your one line in Chess Talk that you coming?
That was it, picking up right where I left off.
Okay.
I didn't know what I wanted to do with that. My man played that beat. I was in a car and he played the beat in the car, and I freestyled to it. Everything starts with a freestyle. Like I'll mumble shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I freestyle 24/7, and it'll be just mumbling. Like it won't be words. It'll just be like the melodies. It's gonna sound like this, and I put it in later. And then I had picking up right where I left off for a minute, but I didn't know that I was gonna rap about chess. I just knew picking up right where I left off is what I was gonna say. And then later in life, a friend of mine challenged me to write a song about chess since I was promoting chess. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Chess. I got a beat that I want to do something to. I think I'm going to do that. So I put those 2 things together, picking it right where I left off. Then I wrote the rest of the song about chess.
It just all came together. That's perfect.
And then be one at a time. And then I'll record that song, and then I'll promote that song. And it's like one at a time. It's not like I go in the studio, record 5 songs, and I pick the best one. Everything you heard was like, it was a one of one. Legalize Me, Go for Sale, Spicy, Forbidden Dance. Everything was like a one of one. I thought of this. I heard that beat. I recorded it. I put that out.
Now, one more time again, what is your YouTube?
Ovid the Poet. I don't know, because it goes by your email. So it got to be Ovid the Poet. OVIDTHEPOET, Ovid the Poet. Chess Talk out now. That's my new song. But I got some shit coming out. I do a mixtape series called Haiku. Now, if you're familiar, haiku is a 3-line poem.
Yes.
I've dropped 4 haikus so far. And if you look at the titles, they like the song titles follow the format. They're in 5-7-5 syllables. So like I got one of them, the titles are like
that's hella creative.
Duke of Burlington, may he forever rest in sand, something like that. I don't remember, but they're in 5-7-5 format, all the titles. So I'm about to drop the 5th installment because people like it.
Yeah.
So I'm about to drop the 5th installment, Haiku 5. Chess Talk, I just did Chess Talk. I got a song called Peacekeepers. I'm gonna drop the video to that sometime this year. So this year last year I built the content. This year I'm releasing the content. Next year I'm trying to perform the content. That's like ABC it. You know what I'm saying? So then there's stuff like this. Like Kenny reached out. He was like, yo, come on my show. Come do this. And I'm like, word, let's go build with the family, please.
You already know.
West Jersey, what up?
Facts.
The fact that
West Jersey, that's what it is. Yes.
look, the fact that Ovid,
Oh yeah,
here it is. This is you, right?
that's me.
Okay. So it's
Subscribe.
Ovid the Poet. Yeah,
Okay.
I just
You
subscribed.
like
I just subscribed to you, so I'm gonna check out all your videos.
Subscribe.
And I'm tickled pink because Ovid just called me family, so I'm good. now.
We out here.
I'm good now. That's my
We
man.
out
That's
here.
my
Kenny
man.
Walker, that's my big bro.
So, all right.
Yes.
So this is Thoughts from the Lair. This is Asia. I'm
Yes.
Kenny. Our guest Ovid the Poet in the audience asking questions.
Mhm.
We had Exhibit A. We will be back the second.
We will be back.
We'll be back the fourth Monday of this month of February, which is don't test me. Don't test me.
The
What's
fourth
today?
Monday of this month.
What's today? Oh, we will be back the 27th. We'll be back the 27th. I don't know who our guest is going to be yet, but it's going to be fire. Come back, hang out with us,
Is that
talk
organic?
to us.
Is that organic?
Come in,
I
come in
doubt it.
and ask questions and whatever you need to
From
do.
the beauty supply
Yeah.
store,
Alright,
but I
so,
appreciate it.
From Thoughts from the
You gave me
Lair.
the vibes. Like,
Most of my stuff is. I'm sorry, Kenny.
Okay.
Yeah, most of my stuff normally is.
From Thoughts from the Lair. God bless you all and keep living in peace.
Yes, appreciate y'all.
ooh.
Hey. Yes.
Appreciate y'all on the
Thank y'all so much.